Hello, everyone, and welcome to another fine episode of the Generation Gap Podcast. I am Lunchbox,
I'm Gleek.
and today I'm going to start out with a little bit of a rant, because
You feel like ranting.
I do. Deep down, it's the boiling rage.
Let it out. We're listening.
I'm going to sit back and in that long reclining chair that's shaped funny and puts you in a weird position. It fucks up your lumbar support.
Yeah.
But,
And play Reader Goober while somebody gets paid $75 to listen to you complain.
yeah, that's horseshit.
Yeah.
Why not do it for fun and record it with a buddy? And
Or do what the old folks used to do. It was called the bar. You went to the bar, you sit at the bar, you got drunk, you fucking unleashed your bullshit at the bartender, then you went home.
see, I don't even talk to the bartender that much when I go to a bar.
No.
What I do is I get my first beer, I drink it, and then I start ordering them 2 by 2 until I get blackout drunk and wake up the next day face down in my clothes, including my shoes, with a half-eaten bowl of refried beans somewhere near me.
Wow.
That is a long, convoluted story.
Yes.
But anyway,
Back to your bitch.
okay. Bought the house a couple weeks ago.
Uh-huh.
The woman that I bought it through called it my mom.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, she's a friend of my mom's.
Mm-hmm.
Asking, I haven't even moved into the house. We've been working on it slowly. I've had to work, Saturday after fucking Saturday. Haven't had any time to really do anything to it. Haven't had any materials to do anything to it. And she asked me if I already wanted a roommate.
No.
No, I already have plans for every single room.
Well, not only that, I mean, technically, the sumbitch doesn't have a bedroom at the moment.
Yeah, it doesn't have a bedroom, and I'm sure as hell I don't want some stranger fucking living with me. I don't care if he's paying me rent or not.
Yeah, fuck no.
This
Hell
ain't
no.
fucking college, bitch.
I hear that.
And she wants to also complain about us chopping down the fucking bushes in my front yard.
That was unsightly shit. That
My
had to go.
bushes.
It had to go.
Yeah, my bushes though. My
What the
fucking
fuck was
yard.
she bitching about? I mean,
Oh, I planted those bushes. I don't give a fucking shit if Jesus came down.
she planted in bushes?
Yeah.
Well, she had no fucking style, no
No.
sense of fucking symmetry.
No.
Nothing.
No.
That shit was just willy-nilly fucking thrown in there
No.
and
no.
going wild.
Of course.
Yeah.
It's like every fucking thing.
Yeah.
But
The fucking audacity of people.
yeah, exactly. Like it's not your fucking place. Like it's not your fucking place to even be asking me right off the bat. I just bought the house.
Yeah.
Not even 3 weeks ago. If 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Like, you think that I want to, as a 23-year-old man,
Yeah.
take in someone.
Yeah, this ain't no motherfucking hostel.
Yeah, take in
No.
someone who got kicked out by his wife. No.
Yeah, you want to deal with that shit.
Yeah.
3 o'clock in the morning, some crazy bitch beating on the door.
Exactly.
Fucking, yeah. Yeah.
I will be lucky if I'm able to keep crazy bitches away from it myself.
Yeah.
But luckily, I'm the type of guy that, if I go out with a girl, I don't ever show her where I live. So,
Really?
Yeah.
Goddamn, what do you, Jack the fucking Ripper?
Well, no, I don't want crazy bitches to find out, where I live. And then it's like, oh yeah, I'm near Lunchbox. I'll go take a drive, see what he's up to.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, the bitch slow rolls down by the house, sees there's another car there. Who's he fucking?
Next thing you know, you got a rabbit boiling on the fucking stove.
Yeah. Next thing I know, I'm having some crazy bitch coming in my house being like, who the fuck you with? And I'm like, Gleek and fucking sick nasty. Fucking trying to drink some moonshine here.
You're talking to bitches. You're fucking them through the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're sticking your dick right into the USB slot.
I'm using the Oculus Rift attachments to do Virtua Girls.
Yeah.
I'm using that 3D stripper wallpaper thing.
Sitting on top of a paint shaker.
Oh God. Just sticking paint stirrers up my ass.
Yeah.
Calling it like Flappy Bird or some shit. But anyway, there was that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking working all these Saturdays.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna complain. I was able to hash out with my boss. I was able to get Friday off, so I spent the entirety of Friday
Mm-hmm.
doing my favorite thing in the world.
Okay.
Absolutely fucking nothing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Outstanding.
Outstanding.
That's right.
That's a major pastime for me. But
as Heinlein put it, the man too lazy to fail.
It wasn't even too lazy to fail. It was like, I don't feel like doing anything.
Yeah, but you know what I'm talking about. The character in that story.
Oh, yeah.
At first, you hear the name of that story, and you're like, what the fuck? And you read it, and you're like, he's a fucking genius.
Yeah.
He's a fucking genius.
About how he got paid to not plant anything on his land. And
oh, yeah, which farmers do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's, I don't know. That's, before I started working full-time,
Mm-hmm.
I was always the type, when I was alone, I was like, I'm going to go out and do something, you know?
Yeah.
I want to go out and have some fun. Fuck that. Fuck that. I can see it now, especially when I move into my own place and be like, fuck, I don't want to go anywhere.
Well,
I don't think I want to wear clothes today.
I honest to God, have never had that fucking freedom where I could just say, you know what, today, I'm free balling. I am just going fucking in the nude, and I don't care. My whole fucking life, there's always been somebody around. Always. It's kind of ridiculous, man, when I think back on it, you know?
Dude, I haven't had that opportunity yet, but I'm thoroughly looking forward to the moment where I just turn on the TV, grab a beer,
mm-hmm.
sit down, have to swing forward so I don't old man sit on my nuts.
Yeah.
And
oh yeah, I've done that enough times. Yeah.
And sit on an ugly brown couch, drink me a beer, naked, and watch fucking anime. That's what I plan on doing.
You nasty bastard.
Just to be there in all of my hairy glory.
If I ever come over, I'm gonna make a point before I sit down on your couch. I'm gonna look down and see if there's big ass sweaty fucking butt stains.
Butt
you know?
stains?
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna have the air conditioner to be at a calm 62 the entire time.
Oh my god.
It's gonna be like an ice skating ring.
You're gonna kill me. I have no fucking insulation, dude.
You just bring a coat.
Yeah. Oh my god. I could just imagine the podcast we're gonna record from that.
Yeah, it's just from one end. I'll just be like, is it hot in here to you? I'm gonna take my shirt off.
Yeah. I'm looking like fucking Mr. Freeze over in the corner.
Which version of Mr. Freeze? Do you want the original like comic book one where it was like the nerd in the shell, or do you want the Arnold Schwarzenegger one? Oh my god!
I'm thinking more like the '66 Batman.
Oh
yeah,
no, with the shitty suit.
It wasn't that shitty.
It wasn't that shitty. That still means it wasn't
that good, but it's 1966. I don't want to talk about no fucking Batman.
We always get off into like a weird Batman tangent. It seems
and I don't like Batman.
I don't like Batman either, but
God,
sometimes you have to acknowledge Batman.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I said Batman a lot. What about Batleg or Batfleck?
Oh fuck no! I don't even want to consider that shit either. I am so disappointed about goddamn Superman movies and shit.
I haven't heard or seen or bothered to pay attention to anything since I saw like the cowl with the short ears.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
Well, as soon as I heard that it's fucking Batfleck, he's going to be in it, I'm like, well, fuck me,
Is he going to be Daredevil again as well, or is that going to be someone else? Because I know they're doing a Daredevil on Netflix, like a series.
Fuck
from
that.
Marvel.
Dude, the only fucking Daredevil I ever enjoyed was the crossover issue with Punisher.
Yeah.
Punisher beat his ass, boy. I mean, an ass whooping so severe, it took 2 crossovers, 2 comics to tell the complete story of that ass whooping.
Of how badly Punisher... Well, Punisher would exploit the fact that he was blind.
Oh, he did. Dude, he handed him his ass in a fucking sling, boy.
Yeah, because I think the Punisher would set off... Even though I haven't read the comic yet, I can already see how that fight went down.
Yeah.
Like, the Punisher would set up something that would make noise, like that over there.
Yeah.
The Daredevil would turn to that, and Punisher would just fucking cock him.
You need to look it up sometime, see if you can download it or something like that.
Yeah.
That was the only issue of Daredevil I owned back in the day, was that crossover issue, just because fucking Frank Castle's in it.
Yeah. Ooh. Getting to another thing, Punisher that I haven't talked about yet,
mm-hmm.
That I really do enjoy is Punisher Noir.
Mm-hmm.
That is the post-World War I Punisher.
Yeah, the alternate world stuff.
Yeah, it's there's only I think 3 to 5 issues. I don't quite remember.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of being Frank Castle, it was Frank Casatoli.
Mm-hmm.
There were Italian immigrants that were living in New York City.
Mm-hmm.
His father was the first Frank Casatoli, and it opens with him fighting the Russian on a train coming from, about to go home.
Mm-hmm.
And he sticks a grenade down the Russian's pants. And he's as he's falling off the train, he's yelling out, "Niet, niet, 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 niet." Funny as shit. I read like one of the funniest things I read in fucking Punisher comic, and it goes on, and it shows when Frank Casatoli Sr. comes back to the United States, he gets killed.
Mm-hmm.
So when Frank Casatoli Jr. grows up, he goes after the men that killed his father, and in the Jigsaw issue they have of it, he's got Punisher tied to a chair, right? Like bound with his arms behind his back, and he carves using a knife, cuts the Punisher skull into his chest and stomach.
Yeah, it makes sense because think of the time period. Shit wasn't put on T-shirts.
Yeah. Well, the
closest thing they had was like Letterman sweaters and shit. College level Letterman shit.
Well, where his army jacket, his dad's army jacket, he had painted the white skull on it.
Oh, okay.
He was painting it, and while he was cutting that to his chest, Frank Castle was working those ropes, and Jigsaw leaned in, and Punisher like cold cocked him, like uppercut this fucking bitch right in the jaw, just beat the shit out of him. And then later on, I think it was in the last issue, the Russian comes back. And because the Russian had his dick and balls blown off, decided to become a woman. Oh, and he was she was the most dangerous assassin in all of Europe.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so he ends up like they end up getting into like the old school Punisher Russian like fist fight. And there's a part where Frank tries to kick him in the nuts, and of course, nothing's down there.
Yeah.
And eventually, the scuffle leads over to the crocodile pit because they're in like the Bronx Zoo or Brooklyn Zoo or whatever.
Yeah.
Brooklyn Zoo. But he ends up like judo flipping the Russian over into the crocodile pit.
Yeah.
And he fucking gets
awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
That'd make a think about it. They got the LA Noir game. Why not do that?
Punisher Noir game?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of had like the discussion last night we had when it was you and me and my dad over here about how like why don't they make you said that why don't they make Grand Theft Auto into a video game?
Oh, and a movie.
Yeah, well, into a movie. That's what I meant.
Which I'm telling you, San Andreas would make a badass fucking movie, dude. You can make at least I think you can make a trilogy.
I don't think that it needs to be any other entertainment property besides a video game.
The story, dude, the fucking story.
Even with that,
good and well that they can make a badass fucking San Andreas movie.
It's already kind of a movie, and you get to interact with it.
That's my point.
See, I don't like. All right, Grand Theft Auto 5 is both a cinematic and gaming masterpiece. Okay, to get to show my dad that point I was trying to make of how sometimes video games don't have to be made movies because they're way too good of a video game.
Well, that, like you said too, the cinematics. I understand that. It is kind of a mini movie already.
But I turned it back on. I restarted, playing over the story mode again. And my dad was like, yeah, this doesn't need to be a movie because it's already a fucking movie.
Yeah, but think about the intro I was talking about. You could just fucking see it, dude. I can see it in my head. I mean, picture yourself sitting in a theater. Everything comes up. The previews are fucked off. They got out of the way. It's just you, your fucking popcorn. You know what I mean?
And my PlayStation 2 controller.
Shut up a minute. Shut up. I'm saying you look at the screen and it comes up, Rockstar, And
I'm like
in that pink.
Oh, no.
The classic pink, Vice City colors, Even though it's San Andreas, I would do it in that, just that Miami Vice kind of look. Fades out, and, pops up then, maybe as we fade in, we're over a city, zooming down. Obviously, a Los Angeles or something, we're zooming down, and use a helicopter, you know.
And the entire time I'm like, oh no.
And the music starts and, you know, pops up San Andreas. You know what I mean?
Oh no.
And the view just swoops right down, dude. You're at the end of fucking Grove Street. You know what I mean? Like
riding the bicycle, like
yeah.
Into the
as you zoom in, as you zoom in, you get down almost street level, and when the camera kind of rises up, you see that where the fucking game started. You know, the fucking Grove Street gang. You know what I mean? They're hauling ass on the fucking bicycles.
That would make me so mad.
I think, okay, maybe it'd be piss poor, but I think that if you get some hack fraud like fucking Bay. You know what I'm talking about? Dude, I'm telling you.
Then why would you intentionally want to make a shitty movie out of something that you like?
If I was an investor that could throw money into something, you fucking I would, because
well, then you
we live in a world.
Then you would ruin the fucking franchise.
I'm talking about making money. If I was a fucking...
Now, yeah, listen, but then you will successfully sever the leg.
I'm talking about...
Dude, alright, hold on a second.
If I was a greedy ass investor type.
Let me bring up some statistic here real quick that I saw the other day.
Okay.
You can go ahead and go upon your greedy investor type.
I'm saying if you're a greedy investor type that doesn't give a fuck, okay, they can make a fortune. They could make a fucking fortune. We live in a country, in a world, man, where they're on Fast and the Furious 7.
Yeah. Wait a second.
I said fuck that series in the first one.
It's Furious 7. That's the name of the movie.
I don't give a flying fuck. It ain't nothing but a fucking another excuse to show goddamn ricer bullshit while a fucking bunch of wooden...
family.
Oh, fuck you. There's a bunch of wooden fucking actors clump around the fucking screen.
I thoroughly hate... Like, I remember, like, you know, hearing a lot about the first Fast and Furious movie by the time the... second one came out, and when the video store was being shut down in Martin, not the one next to the movie theater, they were selling off their DVDs at a cheap price, and my mom picked up Too Fast, Too Furious.
Yeah.
And I remember watching that, and I was like,
this is shit.
This is fucking boring. All I wanted to do was fast forward to the car scenes.
I watched the first one, and that's all I've seen. I've watched the first one. I am not watching the rest of this horse shit. The movie sucked. It was fucking horrible. Horrible, 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 horrible. We finally get something I'm interested in, that old fucking Pontiac.
Yeah.
At the very end of the movie, and what does he do?
Wrecks it.
Destroys it. Fuck you. I'm done with this. I am done. I'm done.
Well, you remember that other fucking Vin Diesel movie that came out, I think, shortly? No. Triple X?
No.
No, you didn't watch that?
Fuck no, it's Vin Diesel.
He
ain't been in nothing I wanted to see since like
Pitch Black,
a fucking
Chronicles of Riddick.
Well, yeah, that was it's alright as an action flick. I'm thinking Private Ryan, wasn't he in that?
Oh yeah, he was in Saving Private Ryan. Yeah. A while. Pitch Black, I like Pitch Black and Chronicles of Riddick. But here, all right, here are the world records broken by GTA 5.
Okay.
Okay. Best-selling action-adventure video game in 24 hours. Best-selling video game in 24 hours. Fastest entertainment property to gross $1 billion. Damn. Fastest video game to gross $1 billion. Highest grossing video game in 24 hours. Highest revenue generated by an entertainment product in 24 hours. Most viewed trailer for an action-adventure video game.
That's my point right there. If you was a fucking big money investor... You make a movie of that, dude, you're going to fucking make a fortune.
You go into Sam Howitzer's office, the guy that created Rockstar Games with his best friend, okay? The two kids from London, and all they want to do is be rock stars, settled for being video game creators. They created one of the best games of all time.
Yeah.
Okay? You go into his office. You're this big, fucking hoity-toity... Monopoly guy type investor.
Yeah.
He is gonna kick you square in the nuts.
No, he won't.
He would laugh. Do you realize probably how many times he's been approached with this idea before?
Bullshit. I bet you if a guy went in and just slapped $300 million down on a fucking table and said, turn that into a fucking pile of gold bigger than your fucking game, I bet you he would do it. I'm not talking quality. I'm talking...
I don't think he would turn Grand Theft Auto. I don't think he would sit there and be like, all right, let me write a script that's not Grand Theft Auto. He would turn it into something else.
Could it be done? Could you actually make a decent, good movie out of that you cared about and respected the series?
No.
Why not?
No.
Why not?
Because you don't have the connection with the characters that
You
would normally
create the
do.
connection. You create it. It's there. The story is fucking there, man.
Okay.
You care about them in the game, right?
Yeah.
You refilm those goddamn scenes in that game with live actors. It can be done.
But you don't... Okay, right away when you're dropped into it, you really don't have any care for CJ until for the first time that you're put into danger as CJ. Okay?
Okay.
How are you going to feel any connection to that character? It's like, to me, it would be almost like a complete disconnect. Even though, like, the story and everything would still be there, it would be a story about, corruption and, like, the bringing together a family and wanting to protect, like, yours and shit. But it's already been done a billion times over, right?
Yeah.
All right.
I just think it could be done. I do, deep down. I know they could Michael Bay it and turn it into shit, but I think that if you really put some effort into it, you could make a quality movie. The story is there, and you know the story's there.
To me, it's already, like, wife of perfection.
That's my point, but the story is there in that game.
Yeah, it's there.
Yeah.
But why would else... Like, alright, let me try to explain something here. I love horror movies. I can watch horror movies all day long, if they're good. Like, a good cerebral horror film is something that, is greatly respected, like The Shining. And, I sit down, and I have a horror game. A game that's just mildly scary with jump scares. I don't want to deal with it.
I don't blame it.
Because, like, to me, like, I can watch a horror movie, laugh all the way through it, if it's not that good.
Yeah.
Because, like, I know the scary part isn't going to be real. Like, I don't have to deal with that.
Yeah.
And a video game's completely different. I have to deal with this. Like, that's an immediate connection. It's like, I don't want to fucking die, and so, like, my brain automatically turns into fight or flight, and I want to do a mixture of the two.
I don't know. I really think a story could come from it. I really do. A good movie could be made. And maybe even a 3-parter, because, damn, that's a long fucking game, dude. Problem is, you'd have to cut a lot of that out. A lot would have to get fucking cut.
But then you would look at the shit that you cut if it didn't turn out good, and, like, what kind of left in that would have made it good. And then it would have been that constant fight over and over again.
See, I can just see it, though. If it turned into some bullshit like Michael Bay would create, you know the part that wouldn't get cut? CJ steals the fucking jet. You know, we had to go to the army base and steal the fucking jet.
The Hydra?
Yeah. I guarantee you that part would be
missions,
in the fucking story.
Dude, alright, you would not be able to recreate the rage that 2 of those missions did for me. Alright? Because of, alright, OG Loke, when you steal the bus that has all the speakers in it, and then you had to play, like, the DDR game out the back of that party bus on the beach.
Yeah.
That part made me so angry that game fucked off for about a week.
Yeah. He had to step away from it.
That game fucked off for about a week.
Yep.
And then, flight school. The flight school missions pissed me off to no end. Okay? Where it was like, do the loop-de-loop in the time limit. And then my ass, back when I was in early high school, late middle school, so in between 8th and 9th grade, became a bit of a completionist.
Yeah.
So my ass saved the very last, most frustrating part of the game to me to get all gold in the flight school missions.
Yeah. And so you actually busted your ass, did everything.
The landing mission, the very second one, took me no less than 30 fucking tries to get it gold. So
you were like the nerd, you couldn't land the plane?
I couldn't land the plane, no. Even now, like, alright, you watch me play Grand Theft Auto 5 a little bit. Have you ever watched me try to land anything yet?
No, you were too busy just, like, shooting...
swooping in and shooting trying
everything.
To make you sick. Which
it's like, hey, look at that guy in the car running on the highway. I'm gonna get him. Gonna get him.
Which I got an attack helicopter the other day with Trevor.
Yeah.
Oh god, that was pretty fun because it has homing missiles and machine guns on it too. Yeah, that was pretty fun because I was like I was flying around it and I would get the police helicopters on me and a whip that shit right around and fucking.
Yeah.
It was fun shit.
Speaking of a helicopter mission that drove me nuts was in Vice City. You know, the one where you had to fly around the house and...
The first...
Lance Vance was flying the helicopter.
Yeah, and it's on a timed mission and you have to shoot all the people off the house. Yeah.
I hated it.
Yeah.
The whole time I'm screaming, please let me play this again with the fucking mouse.
Why is there something I never understood is why is there a 2-minute time limit on that?
Like he couldn't just keep flying.
Yeah. Like they were supposed to be like some sort of guy with a rocket launcher to come out or whatever. Like you have a minigun.
Yeah.
Why don't you just shoot the guy that's coming with the rocket launcher and then boom, time limit goes away?
Yeah.
But instead,
you can fly over him. Why don't you just drop some firebombs on it and be done with it?
Yeah, why don't you fire some missiles? Oh wait, that's not in this game.
Yeah. But that was a start though. I remember I played it. See, the first time I played that game, Vice City, I played it on PC. That mission was not hard with a fucking mouse.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad. You just point, click, go through
They're dead.
it. With a fucking joystick. Dude, I fucking hate... You know I hate controllers. You know it.
I like controllers more for... Even though, like, it'll be like, you're a fucking scrub noob PC master race all day. Look, motherfucker.
It is PC master race.
Yeah,
you know that.
I do acknowledge the fact that it is PC master race.
Mm-hmm.
But there are some times when I just want to whip out a controller, sit down on the couch, play a fucking video game.
I just wondered, though, I mean, I knew that they made mice and shit for, like, the P2.
Yeah, they do for the PlayStation 3 and Xbox
they
360 as well. I don't know about the PlayStation
Can you use them
4.
with every game, or...?
Probably, but, like...
That would get my attention more than fucking controllers.
But, like... I sometimes, I don't know, call me a fucking console whore. Like, even though, like, I play PlayStation and I've played way more PC games.
Mm-hmm.
I've spent over, I think it's something like 1,000 hours on Civilization 5.
Fuck.
I've spent, for World of Warcraft, I probably spent, let's say, respectively, in the amount of time, at least a year of hours.
What have you done with your life, boy?
I love me some strategy and MMORPGs, but
when I was coming up and I was your age, man, I love me some video games, but Jesus fucking Christ,
dude, I've probably put both of those amount of time combined into the Civilization 4.
I can believe it was Civ. Civ is a game. Once again, it's another one of them games that's so fucking good, I had to quit. It's fucking crack. That game is crack. It is.
Yeah. Once you find like your niche too, and it just feels so good, and everything goes in your favor.
Mine was capitalistic American rah 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 all the way through. You can beat some ass being a fucking capitalist, dude.
Mine was fascist, religious, xenophobic, pretty much a mix of Mussolini and the Spanish Inquisition.
Well, with me, I had so much fucking money, or you know what I mean. You're able to build shit so quick.
Yeah.
Fucking had armies out the ass. Nobody could attack shit,
dude.
Because every city is super fortified. And the way I would win most of my games is when I start, go straight into the religion, pump up every fucking religion as fast as you can before you do anything else. I mean, right off the bat. Because then you'll get all 5 major religions, get them centered in your country, get all them bonuses, and you start throwing the fucking missionaries out, sending them all over the fucking world. Dude, you'll win on a cultural level or religious thing?
Yeah. See, how I would do it is I would first build up my technology, so it's the wheel, and then get to iron as quickly as I could. I always played as Rome, by the way. So as soon as I had iron, I had the special Roman infantry. As soon as I had horseback riding, I had fucking Roman cavalry.
Yeah.
Okay, so early game, I can dominate.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, see, that's the thing. I would keep back and just not hang on. This way I'll play. I would keep back, completely guard my borders. I'd build up my defenses, right? Make no fucking deals. Never deal with anybody. Anytime anybody ever comes to you, wants to start a deal, you tell them to go fuck themselves. Once you build up a certain amount of cash, when a guy starts to be in a fucking thorn in your side,
Yeah.
you can continue to buy his ass off and it won't hurt you.
So
like when you're a capitalist, economy, you can just keep buying them the fuck off. It's cheaper to buy your enemy off than to fight him.
Yeah.
And then you win the game through the fucking religion bullshit.
See, what I would do is I would always play in the Rome map, or the world map is Rome. So, this is Civ 4, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I was playing 3. Was it 3, I think?
3, I think we also played 4, too.
Yeah, I can't remember.
But,
I just remember the one that had Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi was always like one of the biggest thorns in my ass.
That's every Civilization game.
That pisses me off. He's supposed to be the most peacenik motherfucker in the world.
I don't know what happened there. I do not know what happened.
Yeah.
But anyway.
And the Somali.
Yeah, the Somali guys are
Or the Ethiopian.
Yeah.
What the fuck? These motherfuckers are eating sand? And he's going to be a threat to me?
Yeah, same with Montezuma.
God damn it.
It's like you were taken out by the Spaniards, you weak motherfucker.
Yeah.
But, speaking of Spain, that's where I would move, west over and conquer first.
Mm-hmm.
Because Spain would always found Buddhism right off the bat.
Really?
Okay? Every single time I play this map. Yeah. Yeah.
What a mind fuck.
So what I would do is I would use that to quell the spreading of Buddhism.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I would go over and I would take France.
Mm-hmm.
Like, wave at England over there across the channel. Go over there and take Berlin and Frankfurt. Because every single time they'd always have 2 cities built.
Mm-hmm.
By the time I made it around to them.
Mm-hmm.
Every single time. Then Russia
mm-hmm.
would automatically surrender and bow down to me as soon as I found Christianity.
Really?
They could fuck off for the rest of the game. They were my bitch.
You just had
Catherine the Great was my bitch. Alright?
You just had this shit fucking figured out.
Yeah.
Boy.
Yeah. Then I would move south
mm-hmm.
to North Africa.
Mm-hmm.
Make 3 bases. Probably from... Where was Gaddafi from?
Libya.
Okay. From where Libya was,
mm-hmm.
all the way around to about the front and middle. So, like, Morocco, all that shit over there.
Yeah, okay.
Have all that coast.
Mm-hmm.
So I would have the entire, the Strait of Gibraltar.
Yeah.
Okay. Egypt was directly to my southeast.
Yeah.
And then the last ones left on the mainland of Europe were
mm-hmm.
the Greeks.
Mm-hmm.
By this point, the Greeks would have Athens and Sparta. Sparta is always where Turkey is now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay? I would take out Athens, and then I would take out Sparta. Exact same time. Alright? So, I had all of Europe.
How many times, though, did you have to play through this shit to get this formula down pat?
I can't even fucking tell you.
Hmm?
I can't even tell you how many fucking times. As soon as I had mainland, though, England had 2 cities on their main island, and then 1 city always on where Ireland is.
Mm-hmm.
Fill up the transport boats,
mm-hmm.
troops. You know, I didn't even need cavalry because it was so small.
Mm-hmm.
I could park at a square each from their city.
Yeah.
Knock it down all the way using, at this point, it would still be fucking catapults.
Mm-hmm.
Catapults and Roman army. I can take England in one fell swoop.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So, now I have all of Europe except for wherever Russia owns.
Mm-hmm.
My culture is spreading so fast that I've pushed the borders of Russia probably to the actual borders of Russia. Then, after that, I would settle the Norway, Finland,
mm-hmm.
Sweden, Northern Europe thing.
Mm-hmm.
Just so the Russians couldn't have it.
Yeah.
This point, the Ethiopians are struggling,
mm-hmm.
okay, down there. So I go ahead and I liberate them of their cities by force
mm-hmm.
and take another Africa from the rest of the fucking, what looks like the beak,
mm-hmm.
all the way down to the fucking almost Antarctica. Right?
Yeah.
And that leaves Egypt a nice little chunk of desert and what is almost Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
I don't fuck with Egypt yet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Instead, I have fucking Damascus, Mecca,
mm-hmm.
the rest of the fucking Israelites. Or not Israelites, but the Arabic people.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, I have Maceman.
You're still like a medieval era shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I have Maceman, Crossbowman, Knights, what was he, and Pikeman.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Fucking took Arabia in no time.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, Persia, march my ass the other way around and crush Egypt on both ends.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? First off, taking Memphis, then Thebes, and all the way down. This is fucking formulated shit. I can play this exact same map and do it the same way over and over and over and over again, making the exact same moves.
That's the thing, the repetition. I had to do, like, every time I played, I wanted random maps. Give me completely random,
But I liked having this formula down so fucking hard. It was like...
Well, I had my formula, too, when I was talking about protect your borders, don't attack nobody until you build up this godly... just crazy, overwhelming strength.
Oh, yeah. Mine
and
was
you pick
Christianity.
You pick one bitch at a time. And I mean one bitch at a time, and you don't just attack them. You crush them.
Yeah.
You flood them fuckers,
My idea...
But I'd really only attack when you fucked with me. That was my biggie. I was like, if you fucked with my America, fuck you, you're gone.
See,
it's mine.
I like the world map because I knew where all the resources were just from already knowing geography.
Yeah.
And that kind of made the game a little cheaty for me.
Yeah.
Because I would send out, I would make at the same time I was doing all this, I would send out exploring ships.
Mm-hmm.
So they would find the new world. I always landed in the same spot. I knew where the barbarians were going to have their cities in South America.
So you knew where to send the scouts and shit?
Yeah, I knew where to send the scouts, and then I knew where to send the troops to take their cities over to make them great, vibrant cities down there in South America.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I knew what time was the great time to attack the Incas and the Aztecs and the Americans. Normally, by the time that I got over to the Americas, Montezuma already wiped out America.
So yeah, he took care of all the strong people, weakened himself doing it.
Yeah. So by that time, I'm fucking plowing through the rest of the known world.
Yeah.
I'm settling the new world. I'm almost fighting a war on two fronts.
Yeah.
And as all this is happening, I'm sending people down to Australia. I'm now populating the South Pacific.
Yeah.
I just got musket men by this fucking time period.
Oh, yeah, we don't even have steamships. You're doing this by sail.
I'm doing this by sail and force. Like everything is just like to the teeth. Like, what if Rome hadn't been fucking sacked and destroyed itself? This is what would have fucking happened. like after I crush fucking Egypt and working on all of the rest of the world, I'm marching my troops through goddamn Persia. Like, it was no fucking easy. Like, it was so fucking easy. By the time I get to India and China, I finally have riflemen, which makes shit even more easier.
Well, one of the biggest challenges I ever played, I decided to play a different game, and I started off as the American Indians, like the Plains Indians.
Yeah.
And
the Sioux in Civ 4, and it was the Iroquois in Civ 3.
Yeah, it's one of them. And I remember it was such a fucking challenge, Yeah. And I remember at one point of the game, I got my ass handed to me, alright? And I'm on an island, like, even though it's a new world map, it would be the equivalent of, like, Hawaii.
Oh, yeah, Archipelago?
Yeah, no, it was this big ocean, and there was, like, one little group of, like, 3 islands, you know what I mean? I was fighting my ass off to hang on to this.
Yeah.
And I actually won that game. I finally got it where I could defend it, and from there slowly start fucking moving out.
Yeah.
And I finally won that game. But Jesus fucking Christ, it was the hardest one I ever played. And I remember, like, one point, I literally got fucking, like fucking Indian cavalry, you know what I mean? And at one point, they're making an attack, and I was like, oh shit, these people have artillery. Yeah. Yeah.
I've never played a game since the first Civilization where I've been... By the way, I was playing the first Civilization when I was 5.
Wow.
So it came out in 91, I got to play it about 5 years later.
Yeah.
So...
Well, I remember I used to play, there's not Civ games, but I used to play, like, fucking Sim Earth on, Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
I fucking loved Populous. I could whoop Populous's ass, boy.
I played the second Populous that came out, which was kind of the reboot that came out in 98, 99, called, oh god, now I can't even remember. Anyway, it was mostly, centered around the main shaman.
Mm-hmm.
So, it was a little bit of fucking strategy games, but it was just mostly, I got bored after probably the first time I played the story mission through, and I was like, I'd much rather have a building simulator. So what I would do is I would restart the game on the first mission, put in cheat codes, and then make all of the land just so I can have hundreds of people.
Yeah.
And then when I got bored, I just went over to the one shaman hut, just and flicked her off of the map.
Well, I remember what used to annoy me about that game was having to lower the land to make farmland, flatten everything out.
They didn't even have that in fucking...
Yeah, it was on the one Super Nintendo game.
This was they didn't have that in the version I played.
One of the attacks you could do was cause earthquakes and volcanoes, and your enemy's land would suddenly turn into mountains and shit. And
yeah, that's what.
But it was such a pain in the ass, trying to use the fucking joystick or the fucking controller.
D-pad.
Yeah, going over it and flattening everything. Shit, so we didn't have nothing else really to play, so
yeah,
I used to beat the fuck out of it though.
Populous: A New Beginning was the name of that game.
Okay. I can't remember, it might have been Populous 1, 2, it was one of them.
By the time I got around to playing that, I already played StarCraft, and could see the blatant similarities of what Populous had later became and what StarCraft was. It was just this is real-time strategy with one person with powerful moves the entire time.
Yeah.
Oh. Wow.
One of the games I love, dude, old school game, old PC game, the original Dune. That fucking game rocked. I mean, I'd played games similar, but nothing like that.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this is fucking great,
I'm trying to think of some of the old PC games that I used to play. Everything that comes to mind is fucking Civ.
Yeah.
That's it, because I guess...
Well, I remember you told me about Sid Meier's Pirates.
Yeah.
I fucking loved one of the later ones that they did. It was the one I loved everything about the game except for the dancing.
Oh, yeah.
The fucking dancing. If I could have a script to either bypass that part, just say, completed, 100%.
Or just fucking fuck up all the time.
Fuck that. I mean, there's a way. I got where I could actually do it.
Yeah.
But I was like, I don't fucking care. I hated, I would skip out. Every time the girl would make the approach to you, it'd be like, nope, fuck that. Fuck that. Until eventually we get to a point fuck, I have got to go through one of these fucking missions.
Yeah.
I just loved it for the ship combat.
Dude,
oh my god.
I always thought of the dancing part in that game. It's you have to you have to get in good with all of the governors.
Yeah. Or
all of the members of these little fucking islands. And so I would go ahead and I would court their daughters no matter how ugly they were.
Yeah.
And because that shit that pirates would have done.
Well, yeah. I mean, I would have my character Mac on all of them until the dancing.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I would Mac my ass off in that game and then go back out and be like, oh yeah, that Dutch governor is on that, and I'm like, well, his daughter's fucking ugly. Boom, 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 fucking broadside of this motherfucker and taking the sails.
Dude, that's something I loved. I fucking love the ship combat.
Oh, it's so great.
Oh my god, it's
so
wonderful.
Great.
And I always played as the English. It was my thing. I was the English, and even though I was a pirate, I had honor. I did not attack English ships. Ever.
Alright.
I swear to God, that's the way I played it.
Alright there, Admiral.
But if it was French, the French
got fucked.
I'm all over your ass. Fuck you, French. Dude, I am all up in your shit.
I played as the Dutch, and I had absolutely no honor whatsoever. I would attack Dutch ships, Spanish ships, English, French. Fucking, it didn't matter.
So you played it like real life.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. You freaky, deaky Dutch bastard.
I would just go out and Mac and fucking take ships and treasure and just be like, wasn't there something I was supposed to be getting? Like the whole revenge on your mother plot or whatever?
Yeah.
To take down Blackbeard, was it? Or,
I was speaking of which, that was, dude, I used the hell out of the Queen Anne's Revenge.
Yeah.
And I built my way up and got a hold of it,
It got to the point where I was just using nothing but Spanish freighters. When they were gonna have, was it like 32 guns on?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so each one of my ships was a big ass Spanish freighter loaded to the gills with goddamn treasure, and I was just like, I think I beat this game.
I ended up at one point, I had like 3 or 4 of the fucking named pirates. I had,
Yeah.
like their ships. And, my main fucking flagship was Blackbeard's,
Of course it was.
Oh yeah.
Dude.
And I mean, it just got to where there was almost no fucking challenge. I mean, occasionally, yeah, you'd come across one of the scripted parts of the game, it was really fucking difficult. But,
There was... That's something about Sid Meier's games that I've always liked. You can really decide, like, when you beat it or not.
yeah.
Like, there is a definite end for all the civs, and...
Well, with Pirates, I actually got kind of disappointed because it gets to a certain point and it says you're too old. You have to retire.
Yeah.
Fuck! It's like just when the game got good.
Yeah, just when I had all these names, well, you've already conquered everything on the sea. Like, you can...
What if somebody could make a hack? And I'm
Keep
serious,
going?
call it the Jack Sparrow hack?
Are you going to
Alright.
be young forever?
Yes! Think about it, dude. Throw that shit in, straight out of the fucking Pirates of the Caribbean,
Yeah.
and you play the fucking mission as Jack Sparrow, and you could put a little of that movie bullshit in it.
Why is all the rum gone?
Exactly. But to be able to play forever.
There...
I mean, because she was... The Pearl was supposed to be... They threw it in different in the movies, where the Dutchman shows up. But that's kind of what you were supposed to be.
Yeah.
Have
you ever played any of the Sims games?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Ain't nothing like making a hobo. You give him nothing but a park bench and a barbecue grill and maybe a newspaper and a Frisbee. And they will go crazy. They will lose their fucking minds. They would shit all over the place.
See, there was... Alright, I played the shit out of the Sims 2. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Till eventually it got to the point to where I had, my main guy, he had 2 sons, a daughter, by like Bella Goth, which was the daughter from the Goth family in the first Sims games who had grown up.
Mm-hmm.
Then my guy had like maxed out his logic all the way,
Mm-hmm.
ended up having 2 alien twin male butt babies. Alright? So, they're all living in his house.
Yeah.
One of my sons goes off and just becomes like a rock star or something.
Mm-hmm.
You get to play them too.
Yeah, oh yeah, I forgot my homeless guy. I gotta say it. I remember I got to a point I was able to get it, and the way that I kept him going was that he had money trees, but I stuck them like on the very back of the property, so it was like he was growing weed or something in the back. Yeah, so he never had to deal with a job, money.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. That popped in my head.
My guy was a retired politician. The daughter became like a politician as well. I didn't get to play the alien twins as much.
Mm-hmm.
Then like the younger son, like the youngest of the 3 human children,
Mm-hmm.
he went off to college, right?
Mm-hmm.
Got the degree in like computing or some shit. Came back, built a robot female wife. Went on vacation one time to like the woods.
Yeah.
Met Bigfoot. Bigfoot moved back into him with his penthouse apartment with his robot wife. So I kind of made up my own weird version of Harry and the Hendersons and
Short Circuit.
Short Circuit and
or fucking Mr. Universe's woman from Firefly.
Futurama.
I was talking about Mr. Universe and Firefly.
Oh yeah,
his robot wife. Yeah.
But it was like such a weird thing, and that's the point where I'm like, all right, this has now become a house building simulator 20 whatever.
Yeah, I got bored playing it, and I used to just do that, just build shit.
Yeah. And
I got pretty bored of that game real quick because, like, so that I was doing the homeless guy. I tried playing it once just to play it.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck it. No, I'm not into this. Used to either build houses or, like I said, just fuck with a homeless character.
Yeah. But dude, I bought The Sims 3. This was probably summer before last or last summer. I don't remember which.
Mm-hmm.
But I bought The Sims 3 and I was like, this is gonna be pretty fun. So I'm finally moving my guy from his first place, being at the trailer park, into his like first actual house,
Mm-hmm.
and then like getting married and everything, moving on into another like bigger house.
Which, did they ever make that as a thing? Like
What?
trailer parks?
Yeah.
That was an attachment you could get for it?
Yeah, now it's standard in at least it was in Sims 3.
That right there. Maybe I would play that game because I would like
trailer park drama.
Yeah, I would
make the biggest lot you could. In The Sims 2, they
I would do Trailer Park Boys.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we would have fucking Ricky and Julian.
If only they would make like that shit online. Because dude, I would totally play Bubbles. Like,
yeah.
Like all the time. Like it'd just be
Your
me
character
and you.
would forever be buying cats.
Yeah. You just have a bunch of kitties around. But
Kittyland Fun Center.
But like The Sims 2 had mansion life in it to where you could like make certain buildings or certain parts of the apartment ownable by different Sims, and you couldn't control them or anything else. So it'd be like fucking NPCs.
Yeah.
You can make a trailer park if you wanted to. Like you started out in a trailer park in The Sims 3, and
I think I was playing 2 then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
because if I'd known about a trailer park, I'd have been like, "This is too seedy not to fucking play."
Yeah. You could like knock up everybody and like.
Oh man.
Dude, you can make some fucking drama in that game. One of the girls I used to work back with at the gas station, one of her favorite games is The Sims, and she doesn't even like she likes building the house and all. But what she likes doing, and she's a very like meek person, very sweet, very nice, no drama causing whatsoever in her real life.
Yeah,
like
but she'll stir the shit in that game.
Stirs the shit out in that game, like.
Which is weird. My sister plays it. She plays the hell out of it. Now, I got it a long time back for her and put it on her computer and all, and she's been playing it for fucking years.
Yeah.
But it's weird. She has, like, a family that's went for generations. Yeah. You know, the fucking daughter of this guy, and, it's fucking creepy. She's got a fucking cemetery. Like, her old characters,
Yeah. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Like, I played it that long. That took me months.
Yeah, she's forever like, she'll just say, fuck it and rebuild the house. Just, I want to build a new house. So she'll start building shit onto the side of it, build like an entire another house. Where it's all connected and shit, and then you start tearing down the other one. So it's technically the same fucking house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's complicated shit.
Yeah, she's played the same game for like years.
Dude.
Yeah. On the same fucking property. That's the thing. She has no interest in going around and starting other families. None of that. She just focuses on them.
See, with The Sims 3, they made everything like a seamless town. So, like, if you want to interact with like other characters that you've created or been a part of your generations, it flows seamlessly. I heard The Sims 4 will only load like a 4 to 5 section plot of land in the town at once.
Really?
Yeah, so like where, if you wanted to in The Sims 3, you could walk to work and you could follow your character the entire time and talk to people along the way. Sims 4, you can't do that.
Did they ever make it where you could like, I don't know, I mean, like I said, I think I played the second one, but did they ever make it where you could like drive around and shit?
Yeah, well, you can't actually control a car.
Oh.
They'll go to like to the destination. Yeah.
I was thinking, what if you could like GTA that fucking thing,
You have killed somebody.
Oh my god,
they're now dead forever. You're a murderer.
Wouldn't it be awesome if you could take the files somehow where people have created houses and they're these people and incorporate it and be able to swap it over to a GTA type game and include them into your world, like the PC version of the game?
Can you imagine just going around just finding those people and murdering them? Like that's eventually what it come to. It's like one of the famous families in the Sims. Oh God, it starts with an L.
I couldn't tell you.
Landgrab.
Okay.
It's his last name. Okay. If they put that guy into GTA, there'd be a hit on.
Yeah.
Like, that's what they would do. Is they'd be like, all right, kill Malcolm Landgrab. All right, cool.
Maybe they could start doing that in the future. Mix certain games. Make a crossover, you know what I mean?
I think that's what the modders would end up doing for a lot of that shit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Like the way they used to mod, I remember they used to just include everything in the fucking Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
I mean, people would have all kinds of crazy shit thrown in.
Like the Back to the Future mod with the DeLorean.
Which is awesome.
It's so great.
Once again, Hey, did you ever get a chance? You made me think of it. The whole Back to the Future shit. Did you ever get a chance to play Telltale games, their version?
I have not yet, but Telltale has been releasing a bunch of really good games here lately.
Well, with their Back to the Future, it's one of them point-and-click adventure kind of things.
All of their games are.
Yeah, and some of it gets monotonous. Like, fuck, I just want to get to the story. I want the story. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It just pissed me off that it was in 6 parts, and it was like you had to wait like a month, to get each one.
That's all Telltale games.
Okay.
That's all. I don't know. That's just the way they do their games in like small bites.
Well, this was almost like a fucking Back to the Future 4 movie when you look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, fuck, this is as close as we're going to get, to a new movie.
But,
which I've had an idea for years on what a 4th movie should be.
Are you sure you want to spell it here now? Or?
Not necessarily, because it would take 2 hours to really explain it. Let's just say that I figured out how that the whole point of the mission, the whole thrust of it, is going to be Marty trying to get over his Parkinson's.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of it, because it's because of that goddamn machine.
It's, the radiation from it. Or,
yeah. But
I kind of want to get back into video game modding.
Mm-hmm.
I've been playing. Well, I haven't played in a while, but I played this game called Banished.
Never heard of it.
It was that it's like a mix of it's like SimCity with survival elements.
Okay.
In like the wilderness.
SimCity in the what?
Yeah, like.
How the fuck you have SimCity in the wilderness?
Like 1500s.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
this group of people is banished from their town, and so they have to create another town.
Okay, well that makes sense. All right.
God fucking damn it! Is it hard? Like, it gets to a point in the game,
mm-hmm.
even in early game, if you end up having, one person accidentally die,
mm-hmm.
or one child accidentally being born.
Wait a minute, was that the game that you were playing at the time where you were like getting fucking just butt frustrated because you couldn't get a damn cow in your village?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, where I was like waiting around for the trading vessels, being like, God damn it, why can't I get any cows?
Yeah, I remember we were talking, and you sit for like an hour for that shit running, and you were just bitching. I need a fucking cow.
Yeah, I already had the sheep and the chicken, so I could make wool coats all fucking day.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted the heavy coats with both fucking wool and leather, so my people could be out for longer, harvesting and building more shit.
Yeah.
I could not get a fucking ship with a cow to save my goddamn life.
Yeah, which I remember we discussed that game then. Like, this game needs, like, more realistic components.
Yeah.
Like, hey, one of our fucking guys is going to borrow all the heavy clothes of, like, 4 fucking characters because he's going on a huge fucking mission.
You should be able to there's always...
That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it takes to get this guy through the wilderness to go get the shit that we need, even if it's a 200-mile walk, he's going to do it.
The thing about it is, there's a fucking river, okay?
Yeah, like, he can't build a fucking boat.
They can't build a fucking boat and go to goddamn town?
Yeah.
Like, even not the one they were banished from, and buy a fucking, like, livestock.
Yeah. That's what I'm getting at.
Come back. No, you have to build a trading post.
You were even getting bent out of shape about it. You're like, these motherfuckers can't capture deer and put them in goddamn cages?
My hunting and gathering and forestry lodges were all in the right positions.
Mm-hmm.
I had a population of 120 and a perfect health rating.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You want to know how this fucking community fell?
Pox.
No.
They all got diseases.
No.
Okay.
No. 6 stonecutters.
Okay.
Ended up dying.
Alright.
Boom, 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 boom. Okay?
Wow.
Not enough stone? Couldn't finish these roads. Right? These cobblestone roads.
Okay.
So people were kind of getting frustrated. Like, they would slow down on that certain part.
Mm-hmm.
There were 2 sections of this town that had set up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? One was all the main metropolis and everything, where people would fucking work, brew, everything. The other side of it was a farming community.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yeah, you have production and consumers.
Section.
Mm-hmm.
This road slowed everyone down. They stopped being able to get shit fast enough.
Mm-hmm.
So they started dying of starvation. Over a fucking section of road.
Yeah.
I went from 120 perfect rating to my cemeteries are full and there's 36 people left.
Now, see, this is the
in like 20 minutes.
This is one of the things I was talking about that always bug me about games. Let's throw in, and I know the programmers and just the games do not do anything they're not programmed for, you know. But come on, let's put some realism in this. I need a cow. We really got to have cows. One dude is going to fucking suit up. He's going to borrow shit from all the rest of the community. He'll build a travel if he has to and spend 6 months to go get these fucking things and bring them back for the village. That would really happen. This section of road you're talking about. Real life, what would happen? We don't have anybody to cut stone. Alright? That's where the leader of it said, well, you know what? Go down the road that's already made, yeah? And I want you to pull one brick from the edge of the road. The whole length of the motherfucker, and you take those bricks and fill that gap in.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, well, we don't have stone cutters. You can't find one young person who's smart enough to pound sand to literally start busting up, make gravel, and will gravel that section of the fucking road.
Yeah. The thing is, too...
Yeah, but do you see my point? A little bit of realism. Just a little touch of realism. But get past that bullshit.
Even fucking that, without that little touch of realism, there still isn't shit in the game like wagons and horses and shit that would make transportation like over long distances. I like playing large maps.
Mm-hmm.
If the map isn't on large, I'm not going to have enough room to do shit that I want to in it.
Yeah.
Okay? I need the ability to travel at a decent rate.
Mm-hmm.
The fuck? Like, why can't I have horses and wagons?
Oh, dude, I just had a thought. Another crossover idea from a shitty movie. But it would actually work good in games like The Sims. Take an idea like the game that you've got. Mm-hmm. Let's incorporate it into a Sims-type game. And we're going to call it The Village.
Oh, God.
Think about it. Do you know the fun you could have building a little medieval fucking environment?
You know what that makes?
And you can make it.
There's
you could
Sims
also
medieval out.
Well, yeah, but you could mix this. You could make it almost multiplayer. The guys inside, their mission is to keep their people ignorant but healthy, right?
Yeah.
And then the people outside are forever trying to send in people. You know what I'm talking about? To disrupt them and bring them into the modern world. You know. I mean, come on. This is a world where they make games where you're playing Toast. We can come up with some good, different, new ideas here.
What I really want them to do is to make a Sims game that is also a hardcore survival game.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's almost like a Little House on the Prairie type shit.
Little House on the Castaway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a Sims Castaway game. Yeah, there is.
Really?
Yeah, I played it, and it's not bad, but it's mostly like it's almost like a point and click adventure where you go around and find shit.
I was about to say, what is it, like The Sims meets Blue Lagoon or something? You know?
No, like it's a single player game. I wish you could have like 2-player co-op.
You come across the idol in the woods.
Dude,
you remember? Hang on, you remember the movie The Blue Lagoon?
Yeah, there is idols that you go around and collect.
I would be just the fucking weird motherfucker when they find the idol deep in the fucking jungles. It's a great big huge volleyball that says Wilson. Don't explain it. You know what I'm talking about? Dude, it's just a giant volleyball.
I haven't thought about the Sims Castaway in goddamn years.
I'd read about it once, but I never played it.
I actually played it for quite a bit. Like I remember beating at least one scenario on it, which takes quite a fucking while to do. But
there's another idea. They make Sim Castaway. How come the people, the ones that hold the rights to this old show, why in the fuck didn't they make a Gilligan's Island game? I ain't talking about the Nintendo bullshit. I'm talking about something newer.
Yeah.
They could have took that old property and turned it into something.
Yet again, I'm not the type to think that everything
I don't say that everything has to be turned into it.
Yeah, but
once again, for the fucking greedy ass investors, they could have made it based on the cartoon and called it Gilligan's Planet.
Yeah, but I don't understand. I don't think a lot of people who play video games now would necessarily be interested in Gilligan's Island. Like I don't think a lot of wrestling fans now are necessarily interested in the fucking Flintstones.
Yeah. I've still yet to ever fucking get that through my head, how that come about.
I don't understand what a demographic that's even for. Like, that's just a fucking sorry move on all sides, and that's what I think Gilligan's Island game would be for. Fucking old people aren't going to be playing that shit.
Well, they still make Star Trek and shit.
Yeah, but Star Trek is still relevant. Like,
in a way it is, but a lot of young people, they don't even know what fucking Star Trek is, dude.
Dude.
They think the fucking Jar Jar Abrams version of Star Trek is what it's supposed to be.
But even with that, they get at least a taste of the franchise.
Well, it's...
Like, cause I know someone who...
Just because you modeled a fucking hamburger out of shit...
Doesn't make it a hamburger.
Yeah, it's not a hamburger. Yeah. It's not the taste I want to give them.
But even if, you expose someone to the hamburger, and they go and they do some research on the hamburger, and they find the real hamburger...
No, they're going to say, hey, this is shit.
Hey!
Or the other one is shit's what I meant.
Hey, but thank you for introducing me to this. Because, I know someone who got in that exact same boat.
Really?
Yeah. Like, I told them about it, I was like, this is back at the time to where, I still like the first and the newest Star Trek movies.
I don't like them.
I don't
like them.
I don't like the second one at all. It was, to me, a major colossal disappointment because, I saw it as, alright, they're wanting to reboot it, they're wanting to do these things with it. All fucking right, but you don't fuck with Khan.
Yeah.
Don't fuck with Khan, and you fuck with Spock way too much.
Yeah, Spock is not an action hero.
But,
I mean, he could lay the smack down. I think if it really come down to it, the character of Spock could whoop some ass.
Oh, yeah. Don't fucking pinch.
Oh, yeah, it was just not that. He's the science officer. He's super intelligent.
Yeah, he'd hit you in a pressure point. You'd fucking die.
And you put him in a corner like a castaway situation. He would MacGyver something.
Yeah, like they did in one of the time travel episodes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, where he made the radio and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, holy shit.
Well, that was a good episode.
Yeah, it was a really good episode.
And that some of that they filmed it on the Mayberry set.
Really?
Yeah, if you watch in that episode, they walk past Floyd the Barber's fucking place.
Crazy.
Second Floyd the Barber reference in 2 episodes.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, but yeah, I told them about this was as I was exiting high school, and I had told them about that new Star Trek movie, and they're like, all right, yeah, I'll go ahead and watch it. They watched that, and then they started into Star Trek period. Because they didn't never grow up like what I did with my dad, who was a constant.
He's a rabid fan, dude.
He
rabid.
It doesn't matter if it's shit or not.
Yeah,
my dad loves it.
Well, he loved those fucking the fan made movies.
Yeah, dude.
I can't even remember who's making them. The name of it.
All right, even the fan made episodes that came out 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Like the ones that were done kind of shittily.
Yeah.
He loved. He sat there and he plowed through every episode in one day.
Yeah.
Of the fan-made shit.
Oh, this new one, what is the name of that fucking series? The new ones that they're doing. And I mean, it's the continuing voyages, it's the original crew and all that.
But my dad said...
He fucking eat that shit up. I remember he loved it.
My dad said if he was to ever win the lottery, what he would do is he would have a room. So, all Star Trek stuff, everywhere on it. And he would have a separate television for each series and have them all play simultaneously. and I was like, Dad.
Well, I think even him though, they'd be like, wait a minute, one's missing. Look in the closet. Oh, Deep Space Nine.
Oh, even that, Ferengi make that show.
Yeah. The Ferengi was that was about the only thing I was interested in. I didn't give a fuck about the rest of it. I really didn't.
He'll still watch it, though.
Oh, yeah.
He'll still watch it.
Bad Trek is better than no Trek, I guess. Yeah.
Like, what's funny is, my dad will watch Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
He likes Star Wars, alright. But to him, it's no Star Trek.
Yeah.
That's the thing,
Well, that's what he grew up. Think about it.
60s.
Well, he grew up with it in his childhood. Like
Yeah.
me, I grew up with Star Wars in my childhood, you know.
I grew up with both.
Well,
Fuck.
yeah. I mean, I grew up with Star Trek too. Kind of like you, I was watching the old episodes, but I have memories of Star Wars before I remember paying attention to Star Trek.
I remember when I was a kid, when I had first moved from Murray to Dresden into my dad's trailer at the time, which we stayed at, I think, for like a whopping 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
He had this 12-inch little black and white television.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember every single week we would all sit on the couch and watch Star Trek.
Which is cool that you're seeing it on black and white.
Yeah.
That's like the way I saw it, you know?
I don't remember if it was Deep Space Nine or if it was The Next Generation.
Oh, wow. At least I watched that shit in color.
Cause I was so young. I was 4 at the time. This is like one of those early fucking memories.
Yeah,
like,
you probably couldn't even tell the difference between the series.
No, I couldn't.
Yeah, you just knew it's Star Trek.
Yeah, I just knew this is Star Trek.
Yeah.
And then I remember, it felt like years later, UPN was like, Voyager. And I was like, alright.
Which I liked Voyager. I fucking liked it.
When I watched it when I was a kid, it was completely lost on me.
Alright, I've got something to ask you about, and this is gonna blow you away because it's one of those urban legend things.
Uh-huh.
But I have this memory. Supposedly, people, they say it never was filmed. It not real, never happened. Even the actor that played him says it never happened.
Yeah.
But I plainly remember seeing it. I saw the episode of Voyager where Chakotay died.
See, I can't tell you either way.
I don't remember how he died, but I remember there was an episode that he died, word come out or something that, like, he had quit the show.
Yeah.
And then it was like a episode or two later, he just mysteriously reappeared with no fucking explanation. And I remember it. I remember being confused as fuck. I swear to God that this fucking happened. There's no mention. There is absolutely no mention of it.
See, that's what I would like to see, though. Is in an actual Star Trek series, for them to get to a point to where they kill off a main character.
Well, they did in Enterprise. The engineer. In the last episode, you remember they killed the guy from Florida?
Yeah, but that's the last episode.
Yeah, and that sucked.
Yeah.
To me, that felt like Book and Wash being killed in fucking Firefly.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people give it hell, but I enjoyed Enterprise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think quite a few, hardcore Star Trek fans do.
Mm-hmm.
My dad. But,
yeah. Well, I like the way that when they had the Gorn when they appeared and they were able to update them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now that's one time that when CGI actually works.
Yeah.
When
it's mixed with practical effects. But I don't have any problems with fucking Enterprise, but to kill off a major character in the last episode of a series.
Yeah, and to do it at the very last part, like in the last 5 minutes of the show. Yeah, it's like, why did you even bother?
Yeah,
this shouldn't even been put in.
Because you don't get any of the character development that happens after the death of a character.
Yeah, how that everybody has to go through their troubles to accept his loss, and they reunite back around each other.
Yeah,
it's the death of Wash and into the Serenity movie.
Yeah,
when Book died, there was at least enough time at the end that you begin to. You were kind of starting to accept his death a little.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, Wash died for no fucking reason.
Yeah.
Just fuck me. That to this day, I can't think about their deaths without it just eating my ass up.
Well, it's to me a good main character death that happens at the end of the movie is in Scarface when he ends up killing Manny.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because he does that out of a blind rage.
Mm-hmm.
During the middle of the fall.
Yeah.
Okay. He doesn't have anyone to back him up. Probably killing Manny is what led to
the downfall
of.
It was his disconnect from reality. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, because the shit with his sister and all happened. That crazy shit happened. Yeah. What the fuck?
Because that show was an absolute spiral.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to spoil anything. We're gonna save talking.
Yeah, we need to actually sit someday and just watch Scarface and
We're gonna save talking
do a
about
comment.
Breaking Bad until you actually sit down and fucking watch Breaking Bad.
It's gonna be a while. I'm telling you, and once again, that's like I said about Civ. Breaking Bad is crack. It's fucking crack.
It's on Netflix.
It's crack. I watched the first episode. I went, holy shit, this show was good. And the part of me said, nah, I can't deal with commitment. I cannot commit to this fucking show. I can't do it.
Breaking Bad is so good that I'm seriously debating on which I want to buy first.
Mm-hmm.
The Blu-ray Special Edition or PlayStation 4. Because
Really?
they're about the same price. That's how good that is.
Wow. Well, I mean, that first episode, like I said, was, I don't know. I seen how good it was, and I said, there's no way I can sit and commit, to this whole fucking show. I can't do it.
It's not like the X-Files, where
it got shitty in like the last 2 seasons.
Yeah, it's not like that at all.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's also not like the X-Files, where it jerks you off and you get close,
yeah, and
then let go.
Oh god, X-Files did that every fucking episode.
Vince Gilligan, possibly the greatest television writer of all time.
Mm-hmm.
I will go on record saying that. I don't fucking care.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? At the end of every episode, you're like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
Where's the next one?
No, it's cliffhangers.
Yeah. Well, it's not even cliffhangers for the most. It's not, for the most part. Like, there are some episodes that have definite ends.
Okay.
But you want to see the next part of the story.
Yeah.
Like after the first 3 episodes, you're like, how could it get even worse than this?
Yeah.
Like, how can you sink even further down than this? And then you get a little character named Tuco Salamanca in it.
Yeah.
Which you get put on the edge quite a bit. Let's just say the GIF image where he's holding up the piece of crystal meth and throws it down on the ground and makes that building explode.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That's because of Tuco Salamanca.
Yeah, I remember you telling me about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Which I'd kind of like to... I can't remember. I don't think Mythbusters did that, did they?
They might have.
Because that would be a good one to actually explore. Is that possible?
I think
how big of a chunk would it take, Yeah,
but it doesn't... To me, it doesn't matter, like, if it's real or not, because of the Mythbusters.
Well, you could also say, hey, he is, after all, a fucking chemistry genius.
Yeah.
Maybe he knew something to add to it to make it better.
You'll never get as good as Mr. White's.
Yeah, and he wasn't necessarily going to give you all his secrets.
Where Mr. White's math was 99.9% sure.
Mm-hmm.
Jesse's was only as good as 96.8.
That's the best he could ever do.
Yeah, that was the best Jesse could ever do.
Well, that was the whole point of it. The idea was that he was a chemistry wizard.
Yeah.
Which, it begs the question, what if he'd been given a shot in doing other things? If White had been given the chance, instead of making these drugs and all this other bullshit, what if he'd been given the chance to create medicine and...
If you would watch the show, you'd understand. The answers have already been laid out in front of you.
I got you.
Just say...
Dude, I'm telling you, that first episode, I watched it, and that fucking climax of the first episode, he's bouncing in that fucking RV, wearing his tidy whities and a gas mask. There's 2 dead motherfuckers in the back of the RV, and he's running from the cops,
Which my dad looks like Walter White.
He does.
He doesn't. He
scarily.
He grew a goatee for a while because I asked him to when it was hardcore in the Breaking Bad, and he shaved his head.
Well, I still joke with him and call him Mr. White. He's giving me some funny looks sometimes when I've said that. No problem, Mr. White. He'll look at me like, God damn it, shut up. He does. He just gives me this look. It would
be so fucking funny one day if he would be outside,
and
I would just come up and he'd be working on something, and he would be in like his tidy whities shoes, the apron, with his hands on his neck, like what he does. Shit. Dad, what are you doing? I want to build something.
Oh no!
Oh no!
You've been watching my DVDs again. God damn it!
Yet again, when my dad goes outside and says he's going to build something, normally a shed just pops up in the yard.
Tell me about it. That's a guy I'd like to actually get him a shop. I'd like to get it.
Oh, dude.
Get him a shop and the equipment and just fucking tell him, go crazy. Go crazy in that fucking thing. Yeah, it looked like, I swear to God, you could fucking film, if you took clips of him working on shit, you could do an A-team montage. You know what I mean? Because something crazy is going to roll out of this motherfucker in about 3 days, you know?
I showed my parents a documentary that's before the show Tiny House Nation came out.
Mm-hmm.
The first documentary about, it was called Living Small, something on Netflix.
Yeah.
And I look over at my dad,
mm-hmm.
I look over at my mom, and I'm seeing the fucking wheels and their crazy heads turning.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? If given a shop,
mm-hmm.
I know what my dad would do, probably right off the bat,
mm-hmm.
is build like a fleet of tiny homes.
Yeah.
Like, just right off the fucking bat, he would probably build them from scratch, from the ground floor.
Oh, yeah, but the size of your shed. Your shed is fucking perfect.
Yeah.
For a single person.
Yeah, and he would find, like, little ways to make hidey holes and shit
mm-hmm.
like that.
Yeah, he could have storage. It'd be like going into a ship. Everything has its place. It's put up out of the way. I bet he could do it like, you reach over, and boom, Murphy bed here. Boom, table snaps out like a fucking galley of a ship, know?
And it wouldn't be for artistic placement.
No, it's for actual use.
Yeah, I see in some tiny houses, it's like, well, this is more appealing than this. My dad's like, no, it's got to be all use.
Yeah.
Let me explain something. My dad,
mm-hmm.
even though we're talking about him just doing carpentry shit,
mm-hmm.
my dad's the type of person that once he gets the idea to do something, it doesn't matter if it's carpentry,
mm-hmm.
like building homes, plumbing,
mm-hmm.
electrical, cars,
yeah,
small engines,
whatever,
fucking geometry, math.
Yeah.
Probably if you were to give him a chemistry set, it would be a good day for somebody.
Yeah.
He is just someone that could pick something up and be like, "Oh, I'm gonna do this with this."
Yeah.
And then just do it.
Well, you know me, I'm kind of that way. When I get a bug under my fucking saddle.
Yeah.
When there's a burr fucking sticking me in the ass about something. Dude, I can't help it. I go to, like, stupid extremes.
Okay,
I'm going to learn this.
Yeah, you're the type that'll sit there and read and learn and carefully calculate everything, where my dad's just like,
yeah,
I'm out here and do this.
Well, yeah, I combine it, though, with that. But, I mean, I get that way sometimes. I'll get on a subject, and I don't know, it's the Starship Trooper line. Would you like to know more?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yes, I would. Click. Yes, I would. Click.
My line is, you are an unfit parent. Carl's Jr. is now taking custody of your kids. Have an extra big-ass fry. That's the line that I get.
Go away, baiting. Best line out of the whole fucking movie.
Oh, God.
Which, yeah, if anybody don't know what the hell we're talking about, go look up fucking Idiocracy.
You'll love.
That movie is a fucking documentary. It's a fucking...
What could happen?
No, it's what is happening.
Fuddruckers eventually turns into buttfuckers.
Well, it's what's going to happen. It's the way the society's going. Idiocracy is a documentary.
Welcome to Costco. I love you.
Or the television, dude. You know,
Ow, my balls!
Yeah. He's watching the shittiest, most...
Dude...
base level shit. But have you seen the ads? Look at the screens. Look at the screenshots, of that. You see the show in the middle, and it's some stupid fucking reality show horse shit. Like Ow My Balls, or whatever the fuck. Or the stupid foot fetish. Remember the woman stepping on the steak or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, something stupid. But it's ads, dude. These big fucking ads, and there's like 20 of them all around the fucking screen. These fucking... The guy... Yeah,
Matt Groening.
Yeah. No, I wasn't Groening. It's the guy who did Beavis and Butthead. He did... fuck. Yeah, it's the guy that did Beavis and Butthead. He predicted the fucking future, dude. And if people can't see that we're headed that way, you're fucking nuts. I mean, just the whole idea about... remember about the birth rate. Smart people are having less children... Dumb people are having more,
Fuck. I'm trying to find out who did.
I know the guy's name.
I do too.
I can't recall it.
I need to say it before.
Yeah,
Mike Judge.
Yeah, Mr. King of the Hill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I saw that movie for the first time on Comedy Central, and I was like, this is fucking gold. It's gold, just like fucking comedy gold, because fucking Burrito Supreme, Taco Bell Nacho, Grande.
Yeah, the president.
Camacho.
Yeah, President Camacho.
Yeah.
Ex-heavyweight champion.
It's so fucking funny, dude.
Well, I love the scene when he's in the Congress. All right, he goes up in the Congress, and if you look in the background, there's advertising everywhere.
Yeah, but you know what? I would much rather watch Ow My Balls compared to reality television now.
Well, dude, we've already got Ow My Balls.
Yeah, it's called America's Funniest Home Videos.
And Jackass.
Or, dude, Jackasses.
Never cared for it.
Well, I'm more of a fan of slapstick comedy, I think, than you are. Because, like, I'm the one that showed you How to Basic and died every goddamn episode.
All right. That brings me into something I've been thinking about. And we talked about this earlier, before we started recording. How to Basic is a perfect fucking example. That son of a bitch is a genius.
Yeah.
His fucking Star Wars George Lucas fucking episode. At first you look at it and go like, this motherfucker is insane.
Yeah, and then you're like,
he is a fucking genius. I can't even, I can't put it in words. I really can't. It's something you have to see. So once again, anybody listening, go look up that episode. You're gonna fucking, at first you're gonna be baffled, maybe even a little angry, just because you don't understand it. Whenever the beauty of that shit hits you, it's gonna hit you like a truck. Yeah. Now, back to something that I have been, it eats my ass up. All right. Now, I would like to do more with the podcast. Now, we've been thinking about doing some shit on YouTube.
Around ideas. Yes.
Yeah, we've just been throwing around ideas. We got a lot of stuff we'd love to do, YouTube and other things. But have you actually, dear listener, looked at what the fuck is popular on fucking YouTube? There is no excuse. There is no excuse for the stupidity of what the fuck is what is on there. All right, and this, to me, this is a prime fucking example. And I showed you an episode or two of this earlier.
Yeah.
There's a show called Angry Grandpa. Okay. This show, it is, for one, it is the laziest fucking show I've ever seen in my life. They are not putting any fucking effort into this shit. They have like 1 million fucking subscribers. They've went for years by just being the most white trash, hokey, made up, over the top bullshit. And I'm sure if I start bitching, there's going to be a lot of fans that are, going to stand up and try to defend this shit. But I am sorry. These people, in a way, are fucking marketing geniuses. They have found a demographic, and they are exploiting the fuck out of that demographic. They have no shame at all. They have no shame. Okay? They're completely willing to debase themselves for money. There's no doubt. The only thing I can figure, when you actually look at this show, and you look at the comments down below it, this is angsty fucking teenagers.
Yeah.
Alright, every fucking one of them. It's like 14, 15-year-old fucking demographic. Outside of this, I think they are aiming for that fucking white trash, fucking juggalo culture, man. Just the lowest of the fucking, just the bottom of the fucking gene pool. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing as if you're watching Idiocracy. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I haven't watched Angry Grandpa in a while.
Mm-hmm.
I watched the original, and then I watched, I guess when the PS3 came out, 2006, 2008, somewhere in there, I watched him destroy one. And I'd never really liked the original. And then by the time I got to watch him destroy a PS3, I really didn't care because I could tell it was scripted then, and I hadn't watched it since.
Yeah.
So, 2015, 5, 6, 7 years ago.
Yeah. But I know that you as a fucking fan of wrestling,
Yeah.
you know when you're seeing fucking made up shit.
I know, and also I know.
What's the term for that when they're creating tension? What do they call that? Whenever they're creating a spectacle.
They call it
You know, it's like when the guys come out arguing and shit.
Oh, that's kayfabe.
It's
like,
called what?
Kayfabe.
Okay.
That's the storyline being looked at as this is real.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they play it off like it is.
Yeah, that's called kayfabe. Heat is the reaction that you get from the crowd.
Okay.
And good, bad. You don't want no.
So
heat.
Comments would be the heat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whether they're good or bad, you don't want no heat.
Mm-hmm.
So that means like no one's commenting or no one's chanting or no one's booing you.
Mm-hmm.
Even negative comments
mm-hmm.
are still comments.
Well, yeah, there's no such thing as bad press.
Yeah. But
Yeah, but you see, like, that's what I'm saying. You have the ability to look through the shit like I do.
Yeah, where I'm wanting to see wrestling
mm-hmm.
for the spectacle for where they're going to take the storyline. Do I agree with the storyline? They're going to take it through. I want to see the actual guy's skill. When I watched Angry Grandpa
mm-hmm.
today, when you showed me it, all I was frustrated.
Yeah. Yeah, this guy, I don't understand how... Wait, okay, I do understand how they do it. Like I said, they found their niche, but they are a one-trick pony. That's all the fuck they are. It's the same fucking trick being done over and over and over and over. How the fuck do these people have an audience?
Oh.
It saddens me and frustrates me at some level. You know?
Or I know you talked a little bit about, Boogie.
Mm-hmm.
To me, Boogie has...
Oh, yeah. Boogie is... He's another one I understand.
Yeah, he has talent, though.
Yeah, he has talent. Yeah, There's no fucking doubt.
Yes, he has talent.
Yeah.
Like...
But he is working an angle.
Yeah.
And once again, I'm a fan of Boogie, but at the same time, he is fucking putting on something. I don't know how to describe it. He's working a fucking angle. I watched him the other day on his Twitch stream. And he's going on, he's talking about shit that, I agree with this shit. He's going on about Gamergate and just the whole thing.
I think Boogie speaks to the common gamer.
Yeah.
I think that's his angle. Like, he's not a popular guy. He's kind of had a little bit rough.
Which I understand. I had a rough, real rough fucking upbringing, but...
And, he's just being himself.
But at the same time, I don't know if he's doing it intentionally or not. He's working a fucking angle.
Well, he likes to poke fun at himself. All fat guys like to poke fun at
himself. It's almost though he's making money from the feel sorry for me thing. And I don't know if he's doing it intentional or not, because I'm watching his Twitch stream. And subscribers are always popping up. Okay?
Feels money is what I want to call that.
Feels money, yes. Yeah.
Copyright Picklestick Productions 2015.
Feels money. I like that. But I'm watching like $1 donation. $2. $3. $60 fucking dollars. People just giving him this money. Because he did this thing where he really opened himself up and just poured his emotions out. But I don't know. I mean, he was being honest, I think, about a lot of it.
Maybe it's kind of like a therapeutic thing to him as well.
I think it is. But at the same time, maybe it's the cynic in me that has to see a person working an angle at every point. I don't know if I believe in 100% fucking honesty.
Yeah.
I have been fucked over too much. Do you know what I'm talking about? I'm sorry, there's some calluses on this heart.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it was late at night, I'm watching his stream, and I was like, I wonder what this dude's angle is. What the fuck's going on here? He's entertaining, but, what exactly? I was trying to figure out, like, what group is he aiming for? I don't know. I do this shit with people, with things, I just can't help it. And it was that $60 donation. As soon as that popped up, it was like fucking lights went off behind my eyes. You know what I'm talking about? Ding, 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 ding. There, we got a fucking winner. Here we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's making bank. I don't know. I don't blame him. make all the bank he wants. You know, he's doing good for himself and fucking good for him.
All that talking about cookie makes me want to do is watch John.
Yeah, John. I'm so glad John got out of Grumps. I am so fucking glad because he's a comedic genius.
You're trying to figure out angles
Mm-hmm.
where John is so fucking funny.
Mm-hmm.
Just the fact that he's that funny.
Yeah.
That's his angle.
Yeah.
Like the
He seems to be kind of. He's just being himself in a lot of ways.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Especially if you watch him like when he appears at conventions and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good insight into him right there.
Also, Drunk Extravaganza 1 and 2
Mm-hmm.
that he does with Continue the first time, and then he does with Continue, Satchel.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, I know this animator's name and I can't think about it. And this animator is fucking hilarious because he's with Oni.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's with
Now you've got a better memory for this shit than I do.
Yeah, I love my Polaris YouTubers.
Yeah.
And then he's with another guy from fucking Continue.
Mm-hmm.
And the first Drunk Continue, it shows the intro of it. It's in Philadelphia where the guys from Continue live, and it shows John using a rocket pack, and he crashes. It's playing the theme from what's that show Urkel was on?
Oh, Family Matters?
Family Matters, playing that theme in the background, and it shows him flying over Philadelphia and crashes into their roof, right onto their couch, and he's like, he looks up and he's like, did I do that? And then, like, they start the fucking episode.
Probably cost $1 nothing to film.
Yeah, probably just nothing.
Yeah.
And,
4,000 hours in paint shop, or you know what I mean?
All that Continue is like, Nick Murphy, the guy that edits it, probably does quite a bit of work on it.
Oh yeah.
But it's just a green screen behind a couch, and then they have like one camera pointing towards them that they'll go to instead of the picture-in-picture shit that I know you don't like. And then
it gets annoying. It gets annoying.
And they'll like play the gameplay most of the time, and like go back to the it shows them playing the game when they're sitting on the couch. Like, fuck, when they do something funny on the couch.
Yeah. Now see, I don't mind the pop-up thing. Like, the picture-in-picture.
Mm-hmm.
If it was a section of the game, like, let's say that they recorded themselves and they get to a funny part and something happened that was almost a visual gag. Like, if they're playing and one guy looks at the other one and just gives him a look like, fucking really?
Yeah.
Just, it fits that moment. You might have to show it just to get that humor through. But for the most part, get that shit out of the way.
That's what I kind of did and didn't like about Game Grumps.
Mm-hmm.
Is when at least John was on there. John is quite the visual humor guy.
Yeah.
Like, he did wonders.
Mm-hmm.
Being just on the microphone, he was the funniest fucking part of that show.
Well, look at his show, the way that a lot of his humor, if it was just his voice, it'd be funny.
Yeah.
But it's the way that he presents himself when he's doing it that fucking cracks you up.
Yeah. Like,
I guess I could call them couch gags because it's him playing the game, sitting on the couch usually.
Like the intro for the Noah's Ark racing game.
Oh God!
It's like, it's time to get sad for Christmas. It's time to get real sad.
Come get sad with me.
And how he looked at the camera with that, like, it was like you can tell that on the inside of this man's face, he is heartbroken because of this.
Exactly. This game touched him in a deep, deep, bad place.
Yeah.
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 Oh, yeah.
And, like when he was on the Nerd, too, and he did the jerk-off motion.
Oh,
and
my God.
Mike was confused.
Yeah.
Like, the game where you gotta go like this. And he's making the jerk-off motion, and Mike is like, I don't know, I only know of one game that goes like this, John.
Well, if you want some humor, though, look over at the Nerd when they do that.
Uh-huh.
He's got to look like, I can't believe this is fucking happening. The way he looks over at him, like, oh my fucking God.
All you need is, like, the Nerd, Pat Contry, Danny Sexbang.
Oh my God.
John Tron.
Yeah.
Mike Patel.
Mm-hmm. And you might throw in Boogie just as a joke thing.
I don't know if I would throw in Boogie or
I would throw him in. The joke would be that he only appears like on a computer next to him.
Paul from Continue.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He appears on the fucking laptop down there on the table, you know?
Well, alright.
Like Skyping into it, you know?
Paul, alright. You remember the episode of JonTron where he's, one of the newer ones, where he's playing down in the basement?
Mm-hmm.
And, like, it's like that jar of pickles,
Mm-hmm.
that random jar of pickles that's down in their basement. Or, remember when that guy enters John's apartment? It's like, John, I have your life-saving heart pills here.
Yeah.
And then Jacques shoots him with lasers.
Yeah.
That's Paul from Continue. That guy.
Okay.
Paul is fucking hilarious, dude. All the guys from Continue are hilarious. Why don't you continue?
Well, what
God
I'm saying, if you get these guys together in a show like that, you could have, like, you get, like, fucking Boogie to do Francis,
Mm-hmm.
and it would just be I don't know where they're trying to play a game, and this is like this could be their arch nemesis. He's always fucking with them through Skype or something, you know, always fucking with them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And, you know, you just have them appear in the computer down for a moment, you know, like they're forever doing something like tell him to shut the hell up and they close the fucking computer on him. You know what I'm talking about?
Almost like a, like what if, dude from Charlie from Charlie's Angels was a laptop. I cannot brain today. I has the dumb.
Yeah, you do.
I've been in sweatpants, a gray t-shirt, and house shoes all day.
Yeah. He's been flopping around like a vagrant.
Yeah, I showed up here this afternoon, and I looked over it, and I was like, you can tell my give a fuck level for today by how I'm dressed.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, today he did not give a flying fuck.
I did not care. Did not fucking care. It's been one of those lazy ass days.
Yeah.
I pretty much got up this morning feeling like alright, but like I could tell I had a slight hangover. I had a worse hangover Saturday
Mm-hmm.
when I went to work.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think it was because I drank that apple drink with it.
Yeah. Yeah, you fucking throw them down, dude. You fucking drink like 3 to my 1.
Yeah. And you know, I'm decent.
Yeah, but with me, I have no body weight, skinny guy. You know, it don't take a lot for me to get fucking just hammered.
I have a magic number, which is 8.
Really?
And as soon as like that 8 is passed,
Mm-hmm.
I turn into a tank and just like we were.
I don't remember the last time it's been a while since I drank 8 beers.
All right, we went down to the little bar here. It was me and 2 other buddies of mine. I'm just gonna say that.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't have that much to eat today.
Mm-hmm.
That day, it was just after work.
Mm-hmm.
I pretty much went home, changed my clothes for my work clothes.
Mm-hmm.
Got my mom to drop me off.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Showed up there. At the same time, the other guy was. Had 1 beer.
Mm-hmm.
Then had 2 beers. 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 Then I don't remember anything.
You wonder why?
Yeah.
You wonder why?
Yeah. I already told this story at the very beginning of this podcast, too.
Fucking alcoholism. Alcoholism?
Alcoholism kills.
Alcoholism kills.
Alcoholism kills. But,
it gives you the dumbs.
Alright. The day of the Christmas party, December 19th.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Remember I came over here with that Murphy Stout?
Yeah.
Those 2 4-packs.
Yeah, which is some good stuff.
Oh my god. You had...
It's fucking liquid bread, boy.
Yeah, I think you had 2. My mom had 1.
Yeah.
And I had... fucking rest, so 1. So I had 3 of those.
Yeah.
At a 32-ounce Miller.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I was drunk.
Yeah.
Right? We left to go to the Christmas party.
Mm-hmm.
I was toasted on the way there. We got to the Christmas party.
Mm-hmm.
They went and found a table. I went and found the bar. Okay? Jack and Coke.
Oh, no.
8 of
them. Mm-hmm.
4 Miller High Lifes in bottles. Shot of tequila. I don't remember the last 3 Miller High Lifes, the last 2 Jack and Cokes, and I sure as fuck don't remember the shot of tequila.
I don't
remember eating.
I can't do that shit no more, dude.
I don't remember walking out of that place with my arm around each one of the female friends that were there.
Wow.
And I said, fuck this place, let's go back to my house. and like she texted, one of them texted me the next day. It was like, we had a really fun time. We should hang out some more often. I was like, have a baby. Like that was going through my head. I was like, no,
I'm not getting involved with that.
Oh no. But
I don't need no baby mamas and cereal. Hell no.
Dude,
What was it? That song by fucking oh God, what is his fucking name? Obi Trice.
Obi Trice.
Yeah. What was
Real
it?
name, no gimmicks.
I was thinking, what's the name of that song?
Got some teeth.
Yeah, Got Some Teeth.
Yeah, it's a great fucking song.
Yeah.
I actually learned from that song because it was on Viva La Bam.
Mm-hmm.
And my buddy Poole, whenever that song would come on, he would do this dance where he would move his hands up, down, back, and forth, and shake his head side to side, no matter where the fuck we were. We can throw on Got Some Teeth, and you do that exact same shit. Out in public, it didn't fucking matter.
Yeah, I remember listening to it, goddamn, years ago out in Oregon. My buddy used to play it to fuck with me because being a skinny guy, I've always had to deal with big girls. Big girls, for some reason, chase my ass. I don't get it. Well, my buddy for years claimed that I had a big girl disorder.
That was some hot gleek dick.
Oh, God. Yeah, uh-huh.
We can't go past an episode without mentioning dick.
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 Yeah.
Balls.
Yeah.
Shout out to Danny.
Oh, there's something I've been wanting to fucking bring up. And
is it dick?
No.
Oh.
God damn it. This happened to me the other day. All right. You know, I sell shit on eBay, right?
Mm-hmm.
2 months ago.
Yeah, you didn't tell me this story.
Yeah, I was meant to tell you this, and I didn't get a chance. 2 fucking months ago, dude, I sold this fucking asshole. Now, where the fuck was he at? I want to say it's in Oklahoma. And I'm not going to do it, but I really want to name this motherfucker's cycle shop. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I had this fucking bike. This bike was only made for 2 fucking years.
Mm-hmm.
Alright? Parts on it are fucking rare as hell. Now, I know for a motherfucking fact that if you go to Honda and you try to buy this part, you're going to pay $85 to $100. Okay?
God
this son
damn.
of a bitch got the deal of deals.
A deal of the century.
Deal of the fucking century. A fucking stator for this bike.
Mm-hmm.
For $15 shipped.
So, pretty much what, like, 85% off almost.
Or more so. I mean, he was give to him. And obviously, he's probably building a bike for a customer.
Yeah.
Somebody brought in Grandpa's old bike from a barn. He's getting it together, you know. Alright. 2 fucking months passed by. I'd send him tracking numbers, all that shit, you know, proof that I sent it. I literally had it in the mail 10:30 in the morning the day after he fucking ordered it. He ordered it that night. I had it wrapped up, ready to go. Bang, 10:30 in the morning, it's in the mail. He's got the fucking tracking number.
Yeah.
2 months later, he contacts me. Where the fuck is my goddamn stator? All pissy about it. 2 fucking months. Okay? I look up the tracking number. The goddamn thing went as far as Memphis and then disappeared off the fucking map. Now, one of 2 things could happen. It could have genuinely got lost in the mail. But why would you wait 2 fucking months if he runs a cycle shop?
Yeah.
Now, he's got customers. He can't have this fucking bike clogging up his work bay. You know what I mean? So that doesn't fucking fly. I think I know what happened. Alright? 2 fucking months pass. He realized that tracking number had never got filled out. For whatever reason, it must have got to him. The info was never re-entered after it left Memphis. You know, proof that he received it and all that, right? Yeah. Alright? So he just waits until the fucking PayPal time would be almost expired. You get like 60 days or whatever, you know, about 2 months or so. He's seen a fucking opportunity. Hey, I can get my fucking $15 back. Yeah. He writes to me to bitch about it. I didn't argue. I didn't do a fucking thing. As soon as I saw it, I was like, well, fuck you too, buddy. Here's your fucking money back. And it pisses me off. You know what I'm saying? I am not in charge of the U.S. Postal Service.
Yeah.
I should not be responsible once it leaves me and I have proof that I sent it to you.
Yeah.
Okay?
And it shouldn't have been. Like, what, you had the option to refund his money? Or
I could have, but then, see, the way eBay works, eBay and PayPal don't give a fuck. They do not care. If you're a seller on eBay, they will fuck you in a heartbeat. They do not give a shit, alright? Soon as a customer bitches, bang, they get their fucking money back no matter what. They don't have to send it back to you.
Yeah.
Alright? I might have already told it on this show once, but I got fucked out of an Xbox.
Yeah.
It was like, I got like $100 and something, for it. The motherfucker got to keep the Xbox, and I had to give him the money back.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And that's what this was. And I know it's just $15. But it was just one of them things when I saw it, I was just like, God damn it. And see, it wasn't just a couple of weeks ago I got fucked over a bunch of damn books.
Yeah.
A whole bunch of fucking Star Wars books I sold to a guy. He gets them, and his only complaint is just, I'm not happy with them. Not a question of I'm going to send them back to you. And I didn't lose much on that at all. You know, these books were pre-read. They're just reader copies. They're not collectible,
Yeah.
But, same shit. Fuck you. I'm just going to rip you off because I can get away with it. And I'm getting tired of that shit, man.
I've never dealt with the seller side of eBay, and the more we talk about it, the less I want to.
It's fucking annoying. They don't care about their fucking sellers. They don't. And you think that these are the guys that are fucking farming you the fucking gold. You never, what was that saying? Do not bind the mouths of those that tread the bread.
Yeah.
They don't listen. That's binding of the mouths. The sellers are the ones that are treading the bread. I'm just getting this close, dude, really just saying fuck eBay.
Yeah. I
really am.
There has to be alternatives out there.
Oh, there's Amazon, there's other shit, but I'm just thinking about throwing my hands up to it and saying, you know what, from now on, I'm doing fucking local shit.
Yeah. If I can't deal with you in person, why deal with you at all?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't necessarily have too much of a hat in that ring, because I've never gotten to the...
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've ever gotten to the buyer part of eBay.
Yeah.
Well,
I've been fucked too as a buyer, but...
Well, I don't know. I had you buy shit for me through there.
Oh, yeah. Like, matter of fact, your dad's Breaking Bad bobblehead.
Yeah, the Breaking Bad bobblehead, that's actually mine.
I thought it was your old man's.
No,
okay.
My mom got that for me.
Yeah, I remember she gave me the money, asked me to buy it.
Yeah, because, we get...
Matter of fact, it's in my closet. We've been waiting for it to get warm weather. I got her fucking stereo and shit for her Roquetta.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's something I'm going to do probably in a day or so. Go over there and get her bike running again and get that stereo installed.
But we had watched the video of where they took that same Walter White bobblehead
mm-hmm.
and launched it up into low Earth orbit and had it parachute back down
mm-hmm.
in fucking desert in Arizona somewhere. And they had a little thing where you could enter to win the Walter White that had been up there. And so I was like, I want to enter it. And I didn't want anything. I didn't never expect to get anything from it. My mom was like, this was the day that I came down with that intestinal infection where I was fucked up for about a month.
Yeah, I remember.
That's a story for another day too.
Oh yeah.
But
yeah, you were fucking fucked up from that, boy.
But she got me it, and I'm in pain.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking my appendix is about to burst.
Mm-hmm.
And she hands me the spot. She's like, "Go ahead and open it." I'm like, "Mom, I'm so fucking sore right now. Just take me to the goddamn ER." That's what.
This is great. You can show me as I'm laying on the bed.
Yeah, she was like, "Go ahead and open it." While I'm driving, while I'm taking you to the fucking doctor.
Yeah.
So I bring
She's wanting you to get your mind off hurting.
Yeah. Which morphine did that. Right?
Yeah.
And we also got the controller.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking the NES Advantage.
Mm-hmm.
We got on eBay too.
Oh yeah, they're fucking badass. That's the best fucking controller ever built.
So great. It's nice and heavy too.
Yeah.
You think twice about throwing it.
Oh, you ain't gonna throw that motherfucker. No.
Because you'll damage something with that.
Tell me about it. I love it because it's got a sense of permanence.
Yeah.
For being plastic, it's just got a fucking...
Well, the top's plastic.
Yeah, but
the bottom's not. The bottom's all fucking metal.
Oh yeah, it's got some kind of a fucking weight or something in it, you know?
Dude, it's like I was saying when we were playing the Atari earlier, and I was like, why couldn't this just be an NES Vantage controller?
Yeah.
Because I mean, it's the perfect size, it's the perfect shape.
You know, as silly as it sounds, I'm not big on like controllers, but I could operate a fucking computer with a NES Advantage. I really could, man. For left and right click, and you know, yeah.
Oh, dude.
It just felt right. I mean, that controller back in the day felt fucking right.
For certain games.
Yeah.
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 If it was
more often than not, though, for me.
Yeah. If it was a fast-paced, I like to play more arcadey games with the NES Advantage. So,
yeah. Just play some fuck out some Galaga.
Yeah, some Galaga, Tetris, Dr. Mario, Battle Chess.
Which, you know, the offer's still free. It's there. You ever want some RoboCop, you can have it.
I'm good on RoboCop.
Are you sure?
I'm
it's a free NES game. You can have it.
Well, there's only like 6 to 8 games on the NES that I own physical copies.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't fucking want no RoboCop.
Yeah.
That's why I'm trying to give it to you.
Mario.
Mm-hmm.
Mario 3. Tetris.
Well, Mario 2, just for completion's sake. It's a good game. It's a good game.
Yeah, but I don't care about. I didn't have that during my childhood.
Oh.
So.
It's a good game. It's worth having.
Well, I've played it quite a few times. I just don't really care about it.
Zelda 1.
Yeah, Zelda. Well, actually, I didn't play Zelda that much during my childhood.
Really?
Yeah, I'm like fucking not kidding, but you know, fucking Mario 3, Tetris, Dr. Mario, Punch Out.
Mm-hmm. The original, not that fucking.
Mike Tyson's Punch Out.
Yeah, exactly. I want the original.
Galaga.
Mm-hmm.
And Ninja Gaiden.
Hmm.
So 7 games.
Yeah.
And Mega Man 2.
Yeah.
I almost forgot it.
Yeah, the rage fest that is fucking Mega Man.
Because that is $30 goddamn dollars.
You know, that's I've kicked myself in the ass over that.
Yeah.
I've had all these fucking games.
Yeah.
I had them a few years back. I sold a fucking ton one time. I sold like a fucking set of like, I think it was 35 to 40 games. And I mean, I got some money for it. I ain't bitching about the money I got.
My parents sold my Nintendo with all my games. Not only did I have Mega Man 2, but I had all 3 Ninja Gaiden games.
Yeah.
Do you know how much the 3rd Ninja Gaiden game is right now? $74.
Opened?
Yeah, out of box.
My fucking
cartridge is $74.
Fuck that.
So like,
fuck that. I would just I'd say fuck it and go get that cartridge where I could load games.
Oh yeah.
I can't even remember what they call that.
The
power
card.
Yeah, it holds like 100 or more ROMs.
Well, no, you can put them on an SD card.
Oh, okay.
Put them in there. There's one I've been looking at that's like $150. Yeah,
I think
it's worth it compared to how much you would pay for a physical copy of some of these.
But
games.
The price I still think they're asking too much for really what's in it.
Well,
I bet there ain't $2 worth of fucking electronics in that fucking thing.
Yeah, but look at shit like the Retron system.
Mm-hmm.
That's $250.
Yeah, but that's I don't know. Maybe I'm just a tight ass. I ain't spending it.
Well, I'm looking at probably after shipping and handling everything. The PS4 version that I want, it's going to be $470.
Well, for what I've learned with consoles and bullshit, just say fuck it. I'll pick one up in 10 years.
Yeah.
That's the way I've gotten a lot of my shit. Like, I've had Dreamcast, fucking, the 3DO and all that bullshit, which that was the deal of the fucking century.
We will talk about the 3DO another time.
The $15 fucking Panasonic 3DO.
Worst goddamn game system ever.
It's the worst game system ever, but it is one of the best turnovers I ever had
the worst goddamn video game experience I had ever fucking had. It was because of the 3DO. I had rage today and yesterday because of Atari games, just because, it's fucking Atari.
Oh, yeah.
It makes me want to play Nintendo, right?
Which, I have to say this, Lunchbox is really fucking good at Atari Burger Time. Like...
And bowling.
Yeah, in bowling. You got a strike. The first time you fucking picked up the controller.
Yeah.
Fuck! You know?
I was drunk enough.
I guess. You just had the right amount of lubrication, you know? It sounds like Seinfeld. Do you remember where George is playing fucking Frogger?
But that's...
He's like, I don't know what it is, Jerry. It was the proper mix of pizza grease on the controller and Mountain Dew and me, you know?
Yeah. But Burger Time is pretty fun, except for like when it gets retardedly hard, like around third or fourth level.
Yeah.
Like, because not only does the sausage chase you, but so does everything else start doing that, and that's when they start blocking you in and shit.
Well, I still think that's the best arcade game, just in stupid arcade games, you know, when it comes to...
like mindless, like repetitive shit?
Yeah, just a simple, basic arcade game. Burger Time, Dig Dug.
Yeah.
Yeah, but once again, Galaga.
Yeah, Galaxy and Galaga.
Yeah.
Almost same thing.
Yeah,
But,
and fucking Millipede.
Yeah.
Millipede is fucking awesome on arcade.
My favorite arcade game of all time is Turtles in Time.
Well, yeah.
Thoriddles.
But I'm thinking basic, simple kind of, you know.
Dude, they used to, back up in Murray.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they still have it or not. But there's just a little restaurant up there, which some of my family members work at, called the Hungry Bear.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember as a kid, like, as we were waiting for our food, I would always go back there and play Turtles in Time.
Yeah.
Always. And every single time, I always got to the end of the first stage before food was ready. So I've never seen the second stage. Ever.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Just because, you know, that's when food was done.
I remember when I was younger, I was maybe 14 or something, but I remember going to a Pizza Hut, you know, over in Martin, and they had, what was that name of it? Time Killers?
Yeah.
And that was just, we thought that was the greatest game in the world. Like, holy fuck, you can cut people's arms off, you know?
Yeah.
It sucks. When you go back and you play an emulator, you're like, this is so fucking basic, you know?
Yeah, compared to the extra high def CD,
Yeah.
super quality,
Yeah.
Blu-ray special edition. Ewoks now can blink, super.
Oh, God.
Super,
You'd have to bring that shit up, don't you?
Super duper extra edition. Press F to continue Call of Duty Bloodborne #2 World Destruction.
Yeah.
Long drawn out joke.
Yeah.
Barbecue sauce.
I gotta bring this up. This has to be said.
This is like quick
right.
bitch rant. Like,
oh my God, this is a quick bitch. This is a quick bitch. Bit of suggestion for anybody. For our show, we have a Twitter. Okay.
Go follow us at Picklestick Podcast.
All right, it's Picklestick Pod.
Oh, it's Picklestick Pod. Go follow us at Picklestick Pod.
That's right.
You sexy bastards.
Now,
I love you. Welcome to Costco.
Oh my God. Okay, me and Lunchbox share this fucking account. Don't ever share a fucking account with somebody. Alright? It's bad enough that, like, my YouTube suggestions are all fucking wrestlinged up because of him saying, hey, look this fucking shit up, look that shit up. It isn't 10 fucking seconds. I can't look at that goddamn Twitter, and I don't even know this fucking guy's name. Who's this guy?
J.R. Jim Ross.
J.R. Oh my God.
Boomer Sooner.
I can't tell
J.R.
you.
Jim Ross.
Good
old J.R.
If I see another fucking bottle of barbecue sauce being fucking spammed to that fucking Twitter page, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. I started subscribing to shit, not to even give a fuck about it, you know, following crap, just to water down the barbecue sauce. I'm serious. It got to be a thing. I would get ready to open that page just to check, you know, hey, let's see if we got any followers, you know, what's going on with this. And just before I hit click the button, I was like, I'm going to see fucking barbecue sauce. Click. Son of a bitch!
Here's the question at JR's Barbecue. Where can I buy your cookbook that was released several years ago? I'd love to have it.
In his ass.
Tonight, 30-minute winter, my ass.
God damn it.
God. Reminds me, I'm going to follow Blizzard.
Damn. Do what?
We'll follow Blizzard. Blizzard Entertainment.
Yeah. It just made me think. I was like, DQ Blizzard. I've had a hard-on for one of them for a while, dude. We were talking about that in the other podcast.
Dude, we should go and get, is that the right one?
How the fuck should I know? You got it held behind the goddamn monitor. I can't see nothing.
Warcraft devs follow.
Oh, God.
Blizzard careers follow.
Oh, no.
Like Warhunt follow. Here's the Storm follow.
What?
Hearthstone follow. Diablo follow.
This is why you don't share your Twitter. Don't share the Twitter.
I'm just now going to look through their follow list and I'll start following things. Ooh, jinx.
I can't complain. You know, I shouldn't complain. I mean, one of the biggest arguments we had on whether or not we was going to follow Tiffany.
It really wasn't an argument. It was, you follow all those fucking wrestlers, this is going to happen. And I was like, alright, cool.
Yeah, but she was like, well, yeah, right. I ended up doing it like 3:30 in the morning one night. I was just like, fuck you, lunchbox.
dude, like the very first fucking day we had a Twitter, I followed almost all of the Wu-Tang Clan.
Oh, yeah. It's the fucking Wu-Tang Clan.
Where is... There we go. Not only... Wow, Espanol.
God damn it.
This. There we go.
And this is the part of the show where we devolve down to the point where he's checking his fucking phone and looking at Twitter.
Well, I was following people. I'm spreading the message because we are some nerdy ass shit.
Yeah.
Would you like to retweet this to your followers? I don't even know what I fucking did. Alright, Doug Stanhope.
Okay.
Follow him on Twitter.
Yeah.
Because he is fucking hilarious. God damn it. Like, it's to the point now where I just want to watch more Doug Stanhope specials than what there are out on Netflix. Because, like, I watched another one of his probably a couple weeks back where he's standing up there and he was like, when you're at the point to where you watch your own special and you're disgusted with the past you, standing up there looking like a decrepit old man, yelling at the back to bring them more Jägermeister. I am not at the age to where I should be drinking Jägermeister anymore. That is for young douchebags. I need clear liquor or something that is a higher quality.
Wow.
Yep.
Which, you know, that's something I'm going to encourage all the listeners, man. If you listen to the show, you like the show, hell, if you don't like the show, fucking give us a follow. Fucking yell at us. We'll add you, you know?
Tweet at us.
Yeah.
Tell us you hate us.
Exactly.
Constantly. Give me something to read when I'm on break at work so I can laugh my ass off and then talk about your stupid ass later on.
Exactly. You know, and I mean, just let us know that you listen to the show, man, and we'll follow you, you know?
Yeah, give you a quick little thing.
Yeah.
Like, what that guy Geek Preacher did. And hashtag shout out to Geek Preacher.
Yeah.
So, do right now in your old Twitter space.
Oh, God, put down that goddamn phone.
I'm going.
Fucking goddamn addict. You're an addict.
Says the person that had two windows constantly open, one where you're like looking back at the Twitter, reading through the shit, and then the other while you're on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Alright, you shut the fuck up. God damn it.
Which is like, which I don't blame you because it's like quick fire news all day.
Well, just that too, and I don't, you know me, even though I got this fucking cell phone, that's my podcast tape recorder, you know what I mean? This, you know what I'm talking about? That's the whole use of this fucking phone. It's for listening to podcasts.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not going to run the Twitter bullshit on this. I tried. It sucks. It fucking hurts my brain. I don't know. I'm not doing it.
See, where if I try to use Twitter on my PC, it's just, it's weird.
Yeah, well, I'd rather use this fucking laptop than I would this fucking thing.
Yeah. I'm looking at some of the shit on the PS4, and I'm not sure if it'll do it or not, but I know probably someone already knows this, and I'm looking like a complete idiot
Mhm.
because like I don't know one yet. I don't own one yet. I haven't played with one yet.
Mhm.
I haven't even seen one out of box in person.
Yeah.
Okay, because that's how fucking new they are. No one that I know owns one.
Yeah, and you're not spending the money for that.
Not right
Yeah.
now. No, it's fucking almost $500 that I'm gonna be using to buy me a washer and dryer.
It's
You
like
know,
me, the reason I got a cell phone thing here is because I bought it for $5.
like I have goddamn priorities. I would love to have the new Samsung phone. I've been drooling about that thing even before they announced it was even gonna fucking come out.
Yeah. I'll get it in a few years.
Not fucking $600 goddamn dollars worth it right now. I have other shit that I want to do.
I'm not spending the price of an old beater car for a fucking phone.
I only gave $300 more for my goddamn fan.
Exactly, yeah.
Like no shit.
Mhm.
Because of Verizon's fucked up ways, which, fuck you, Verizon, I'm not going to tell you or admit to what I'm doing with your network, but I hope you will learn the error of your ways and go back to offering unlimited data, because until then, I'm never going to upgrade another fucking phone through you again. I swear to Christ, I will spend the money. I will spend over the amount of money for a brand new phone from you, from your nice representative that works over there at the Union City office, which is probably the best phone salesperson I've ever seen in my entire life, just because of how nice she is. Okay? I will never upgrade through you again because I can save more fucking money with my unlimited data, right, than what you would charge me for overage fees and what I would lose out on from not having the unlimited data on my phone.
Well, as soon as your contract runs out, I'm sure you're done. You're fucking done with it.
Oh, no, I'm going to keep Verizon.
Oh, you are going to keep Verizon?
Because they have the best fucking service that I can get around.
Well,
Also,
in this
plus,
area, I'm sure.
Yeah, in this area, and plus, I still have unlimited internet.
Oh.
They cannot take my unlimited data away.
Well, because the older contract?
It's still, until I do anything else with it, like, as long as I buy another phone and put it on that fucking, like I'll have to spend, like I said, fucking $700.
Yeah, but you'd be grandfathered in with this old contract.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I'll have a brand new phone and unlimited data. Like,
it's kind of like the bullshit they did with Gmail years ago when you first got on. They started changing a bunch of shit. Yeah, I've seen, like, a lot of shit got carried over, you know what I mean? If you was, like, an early adopter of it, and then people later. Same thing happened with eBay. You know, I got into eBay years ago. It was a lot fucking easier to get started as a seller. Nowadays, dude, if you try to open a new thing, they just all but put a dick up your ass, you know?
But it's... I don't understand why companies should stop offering unlimited data. It doesn't cost them any fucking more money.
No. Well, it's like the whole thing about supposedly text. And I maybe it's shit's changed. Maybe it's totally different now. But I remember reading one time that texts were sent during the handshake bullshit. That technically they weren't spending any fucking money to do it. These connections had to be made anyway.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like when they were charging people like what, a nickel a piece or whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah, it was a nickel for text message. And, either 10 cents or a quarter for a picture text.
Yeah.
Which...
And I read that they were doing it during the handshakes when, you know, the cell phone tower and the phone are saying howdy do to each other, you know.
Which that doesn't surprise me at all.
No. No, I mean, you know yourself, any corporation is run by the fucking bean counters. If they can save a penny over 20,000 units, they're going to do it.
I would have never had unlimited data unless they made me have unlimited data back when I got my first smartphone, which was the BlackBerry.
Yeah.
So, like, I've had unlimited data since, well, I was in high school, junior, so 2009. I've had unlimited data for 6 years. And you want to try to take away my unlimited data?
Fuck you.
Get fucked. Like, I've had 3 phones with this shit. You think I'm going to change now? I like watching YouTube videos on my goddamn phone. Like, you think I can do that with 10 gigs of data a month with all the shit that I do on here?
I've read that our speeds here in the country, when it comes to this basic internet, cell phone bullshit, that compared to the rest of the world, we are, like, dragging behind. And how the fuck is it possible? We're the ones that created all this shit. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's everything. Everything seems to be like that. Well, America has a potential to be number one at fucking goddamn near everything. if people like the government and others would just get the fuck out of the way and let it be.
I think the reason why our internet speed is so fast is because we were the first to have that whole infrastructure, and so like they've never updated it because it's always been the same shit. Now that we have fiber optics, it's slowly going from city to city. So much smaller countries with newer fucking
well, they got to get the faster shit put in.
Yeah, originally.
Yeah. Still, I just the regulations and all kinds of crap.
And plus, dude.
And I mean, it's these people that control shit.
Even with having faster internet speeds, how pissed off would most people be? I don't have fucking internet today. Well, I don't have cable today.
Yeah.
What am I gonna do all day?
Yeah, well, fuck them people. They're idiots.
I don't have Twitter's down. What am I supposed to do? Dude.
It's like the time me and you was talking about that very thing about phones. I was like, God damn it, go use a fucking payphone.
Yeah.
And then you brought up, dude, I don't think we even have a payphone here in town anymore.
We don't.
Well, we should.
Don't.
We should.
Okay.
I just think that all this shit could be done. All of it could be done different. It really could be done different.
The worst people to deal with shit the day that it's down is WoW players. On Tuesday,
I bet they lose their mind.
It's maintenance day, and it's pretty much a bunch of nerds on Ventrilo going through the internet finding interesting things to do. Mostly it's trolling. Like I believe
people just sitting watching the screen, screaming at it.
I believe that Tuesday every week, trolling. Like if there was a way to track trolling, if Alexia got out there and did trolling trackers, copyright 2015 Picklestick Productions.
Yeah, well, I'm sure that's already been took care of by the NSA.
Whatever the fuck.
Which shout out to the NSA.
Shout out to the NSA. Shout out to Alexia.
The only person I think that's downloaded every fucking episode of our program. Thank you very much.
Anyway. But I bet that trolling goes up on Tuesday every week. So thanks to World of Warcraft maintenance. Sometimes it's down till 8 p.m. Which those fucking nerdy bastards go fucking bananas at that point.
All I can say is good. Good. I can just see him sitting screaming at the computer,
You should totally start a Picklestick WoW guild.
Oh, fuck no.
I'm gonna do it.
No, you can have at it. Fucking have at it. As long as I get to show up, call people dickheads, and then bounce off,
They'll be like, yay!
This game is stupid!
Yay! I am not the Messiah. Only the Messiah would say that he's not the Messiah. Alright, I'm the Messiah. He's the Messiah! That's what it's like. That's what it's like.
Yeah. I'll just be the bastard, wait for you to get something started, get some kind of guild bullshit, and I'll just...
Leroy Shaker! Yeah, I know exactly.
I would just be the one to come in, raid the entire guild, go sell everything, just to fuck with y'all. Just, where's all our shit? Gleek stole every bit of it.
You bitch.
What did he use it for? Well, he sure as hell wasn't on more WoW shit, I tell you that.
It'd probably be all like, here, Chinese gold farmer, take all this, what would you pay me in real life money for this gold?
What did he do? He bought a computer so he could play Firefly.
Oh, no!
That's the only, well, take it back. There's only 2 MMOs I'd actually give a shit about playing. I want to try Firefly. I really do. I've read about it. I want to try it.
I have a loot crate code you could use.
Eve.
I don't.
I like Eve. I've watched people play it. I think I like it.
Save this as a footnote for next time. It's already past time for me to get ready to go wind down and go to bed.
It's his bedtime.
I have work in the morning.
Yeah.
Horrible, terrible. I don't want to fucking get up in the morning at 6:30.
Pimping ain't easy.
Pimping ain't easy.
That's right. It's a hard job being an ice cream pimp.
It's hard out here for a pimp. They ain't no. Anyway, this has been another fine episode of a Picklestick production of the Generation Gap podcast. As always, I have been Lunchbox.
I'm Gleek.
And see you next time.
Later, folks.
You can reach the Generation Gap podcast on our Twitter page at PicklestickPod or shooting us an email at picklestickproductions@gmail.com.
You can also find us on Stitcher.